It's That's in an hour, right? You watching it too? Yeah, I'm gonna do one more leg game.
Hello! Sorry, I'm trying to play a ranked game with Bobby before this starts, and it's taking me 90 fucking hours to swap accounts. I'm swapping. I'm going. Yeah, I don't have punch in here. Dude, I punch you so fucking hard. We'll never hear from you again, bitch. All right, there we go.
Afternoon gamer Smite 2 patch. Face with monocle. Face with monocle.
First diamond in Smite 2? Honestly, with the amount of gods, you'd probably be able to get anything diamond. You won't have a lot of stuff to play.
Was Zuppensfers.
Alright, there we go. Would you possibly want to text Deja to see if he'll be around later to it? Oh, I just messaged him. I told him. Tally. Who's behind me? Oh, Ollie's behind me. Edgewing hello. I did, Fado. I watched it on stream. And then I went back and watched his YouTube video of him buying the car 5 days before he crashed it. How often do I read my email? Like multiple times a day. Multiple times a day. Look at your last message. A laid off techie. I can be laid off all I want. That would just be a vacation. Are you mid on that, director? Yo, this roll fucking sucks.
Yeah, you have fun. I'm not playing it.
This roll makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, you have. Again, I'm not playing it. But you do get graced with my Heimdall.
Yeah, okay, that's even worse. A bad player and a bad god, GG.
No, okay, one. Not a bad player. It's actually my best god. It's the only god that I'm not lost on in the past.
Bro, Heimdall sucks dick though. It's such a bad god.
Me on the Heimdall is a dub. Just about any other god I'm on is an L though.
Okay.
I'll even ban Sobek for you so you're not tempted to play it and miss plucks.
I'm not playing that shit, god.
Are you gonna play Arachne support?
Okay, I'm not going that route either.
Okay. I just had to make sure.
Maybe at like 2100 MMR. I don't even think that would be fun, to be honest.
It probably wouldn't be. Probably just be miserable.
Yeah.
Watching the ADC clear wave as you're sitting back because you can't do anything.
I think if I pull out a assassin support, it's just Circuit because like it's viable and Circuit's fun.
Oh god, it's so dog shit.
Yeah, I know right now. She's ass. We probably won't even get her in Smite too, so it doesn't matter. What's up, P-Wall?
So
Thank you for the 5 gifted.
say that.
Because all the gods I want in Smite 2, I probably won't get. That's just the way this fucking game works for me. Smite 2 servers open 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Hope they add Bake.
I fucking hate you. What the fuck was that?
I can't believe they added Bake and instantly just removed him from the game with their nerfs.
The worst part was he's already so boring. So why didn't they just do like a quick revert on one of his abilities if it was like that bad?
I swear he probably is still winning because they just have no idea. Like the low level players, no idea.
No, yeah, you're right. Because people come on my stream and they're like, "Yeah, dude, I hate playing against Bake." Like that guy fucking sucks. Like what?
They're literally selling themselves out whenever they say that.
What do I want to play, boys? There's a lot of stuff open. What do I want to play, Bobby?
We can how get this out.
You don't know what to play?
Yeah, I don't know. What sounds like fun?
Sylve is always fun.
Yeah, maybe.
Into their comp.
Yeah, I don't even knock up fucking
Terra.
half their team. Terra could be fun. I like Terra. Terra's cool. I was thinking about playing fucking Athena, but Athena's kind of boring.
That character is mind-numbingly boring.
Strawberry, thank you for the 5
JJ
gifted.
from
Low carb, thank you for the 3 years.
Smite 2 Ultimate Founders Edition from.
She's pretty fun whenever you taunt, you just get killed.
Haven't been on Twitch
If you're like
for a
full
long time.
damage,
Good to be
I
back.
agree.
Be
But if I'm just supporting and taunting for Bobby, that's bad time.
Why did you say it like that? Like anyone else, you're fine playing it because it's me. No way,
we're
man.
tiny. I'm fucking going after him.
I actually don't think we have time for another one.
No, we don't. Do a casual, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah. Fucking give me in the casual queue. I'll play one.
Plus, I don't have to support. Hopefully, I'll probably still get support.
Yeah. You want to get on weekend quick here, not the 40 knock there. That
It
one.
takes so long to swap accounts on Steam, bro. That I just don't even care.
I thought we were gonna miss the queue.
I told you it was. You were like 5:30 in the queue or 5:20, and I told you I was swapping. It took that whole time to swap one account.
Would it be that bad if you didn't have to get the email from Steam saying, like, you're logging in
bro,
from a new location?
I don't even have to do that. I have all my shit linked. See, I can just hit change account, but when I hit it, Steam just closes. And then I reopen it and hit change account again, and it just closes again, and then it'll open eventually and let you pick a different account. It's like super fucking bug.
Yeah, that makes mine sound even better.
Yeah,
I do have to reset mine, sign out, sign in. Before I get sign in, I have to go into my email, type in the code.
Wait.
But Steam takes forever.
Have you know Steam has the change account option, right? Where you can just save all your accounts. Someone taught me that like the day before it happened. The fucking thing for Smite happened. So yeah, if you go to the top left, instead of sign out, it says change account, and you can add mold. I have 4 accounts that I just like click a little thing on. It's just sometimes it bugs out super bad.
Oh.
So Acrylic, thank you for the 20 months. Dave Evil, thank you for the 20 months.
How the fuck have I not seen that?
I don't know. You're drunk.
Okay, you didn't know it either.
I did, yeah, you're right, but you should have known.
Oh yeah, when you play I assume you've played it since Gray Zone. Do you have really bad frames?
I did not play it yet. I haven't even downloaded it yet. Fuck, dude, I watched the video and I forget. There's some settings you have to change. Like if you have I don't know, there's like if you have DLSS on, you need to change it to something else. There's like a couple things that you might need to change. Wait, what GPU do you have, Bobby? Do you know?
Do you have any easier questions for me?
You don't know what GPU you have.
Not offhand.
Okay, pick your god, and I'll show you how to check. I will show you how to check. It takes 2 seconds.
That's the one I can look in my PC and see?
Yeah, you can do Control Delete, and then go to your fucking computer and go to GPU and check it.
No, I mean like look inside my physical PC.
You could, yeah. You could look around and see the name on the side of the GPU.
Yeah, the thing is, I just don't know what I'm looking for. So that doesn't.
Oh my god, Bobby! Holy fuck! Yo, that's crazy.
Pull up my task manager. You said?
Yeah, you pull up Task Manager.
And then it's in
Performance on the left, and then you go to GPU.
I've got a 3080.
Oh yeah, you should have like 100 FPS all the time. Maybe like dropping like 80 depending where you are.
I have a 3080.
Oh, I don't want to play this. I picked the wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, 3080 should be fine. You should get like 80 to 100 FPS on medium or high settings.
I got 100, but I don't know if it was like just the game, but when I would like walk into new areas, sometimes my thing would just freeze for a second and then like work up again.
Yeah, that's not normal. I read a bunch of stuff. It shouldn't be doing that. It might be some setting you have to change.
Surely you guys just don't know your GPU offhand. That's not something people just walk around knowing.
Yes, Bobby. That's like the main thing most people know.
I play on 144 hertz. I know that one.
That is still that's dog shit, right? That's like from 10 years ago.
Bro, my monitor is only. I haven't bought a new monitor in like. I don't even know how old I am.
I'm about to buy a monitor. It's 540 hertz.
Give me your old one.
No, not a chance. Corsair sent me this one, and this one's better than that one, but I want 540 hertz.
Can't the eye not see better than like 60 or something?
No, that's all bullshit. They tested that. fucking Linus tested that with like Shroud and a bunch of other pro gamers, and the higher the hertz, the faster they were able to react because the visuals are
So it's
faster.
only the bums.
Yeah, just the people with no eyes.
You know the one-shot Jingwei build offhand?
Yes, I think I
It's
do.
like Devs, Hydras.
It's not. It's Destol, Devos, Hydras, Fail
Destol?
Not. Yeah, it's Destol because you go Temper for more power, for more bursty.
I fucked it. Under maybe.
Wait, what did you start with? I mean, you can still. It'll still work. Oh, you're supposed to go blink. Don't, just make sure you go fucking blink.
All right.
If you don't go blink, the whole one-shot thing goes out the window because you can't be hyper aggressive.
You have to like blink, or you have to like 2 and then blink auto.
Yep, 2 blink auto, and then you can usually you can also blink like 1. But I think and Jingwei, can't you pre-trigger your 2 on a? Isn't it on a really low cooldown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can get that just up twice then. What do I look pregnant? Is I fucked him up?
I'll probably just go
Pregnant?
Diamond Arrow
Hold the
instead.
fucking phone, bro.
Diamond Arrow's more damage.
Yeah, I mean you shouldn't need more crit, so you could probably go the other one. That build's actually really fun. Have you seen any of the bow being built with the change in stats?
The what?
The bow getting built at all with the change in stats?
I think I saw it a couple times today.
I'm trying to figure out a build because it's
players getting shit on.
yeah, but it's like realistically cost to stats, it's a crazy item.
It was very good.
But yeah, I don't know what
what it
build would
is.
work.
It just seems like if people build it, whoever they're laning against or playing against just doesn't trade with them unless they're just killing them, and then
They
they're
just
not getting
yeah,
snipes.
they either full commit or run. Doo-doo-doo-doo. My hacks are on. I miss any autos. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Bro, fuck Thoth. That's nerf Thoth too. His one's right back up ready. I have not recorded anything with adapting yet. This is the first day I've been on the video game during the day, and I have to be on during the day to record with adapting. Dude, the fact that you said, what pregnant people do you know that wears clothes like this, by the way? Because either you live in Hillbillyville, fucking West Virginia, or you're just making shit up. I've never seen a single pregnant woman where I live wear anything like this. I'm still in shock by you saying that like it was a fucking, like it had value. In Nova, everyone wears dresses as soon as their fucking pants don't fit anymore when they're pregnant. Who the fuck? I'm trying to think of who or like who is a style. Oh, you're getting trolled over here, Bobby.
That character's OP.
What character? That free Arachne?
Acne.
Nah, that character sucks. Bacchus? Wait, I'm here for you, Bacchus. Me and you to the end, buddy. Wait, let's take it back. Notes are in 35
Wait,
minutes.
fight.
Are they there still?
back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think they're there.
Always be prepared.
I mean, my wife is pregnant, but I am not.
Weekend is on and the sun is out.
All right, the
This
sun's
doesn't
out when
feel
I
right,
start
XD.
stream every night right now, okay? Chillax. Who is it that I was? Oh, it was Andy playing fucking Artemis. He went crazy when he played Artemis the other day. Wanna win it? Thank you, buddy. I forgot I can't talk in casuals, so they can't hear me. You are correct, Smith. Nova is not the same as like. Yeah, you an hour south of Nova, it's a different Virginia. There's nothing anywhere else. Oh, fuck, bro. Some of this dash will be done. Yo, we fucked this Arachne up. Look, trapped. Fuck him up. Yeah, clap his cheeks. I probably could have ulted him. You are. He's a god, Bobby. Sign him.
Talking about me?
No, This Raw, he's way better than you.
Oh, I thought I played that pretty well too.
I've only seen you die.
Shield camp.
I've only seen you die. Bro, even Richmond's different because people in Richmond act like I went to school at VCU. People act like Richmond's different or has stuff there. There's nothing fucking there, bro. If you aren't into art and you're not a hipster,
How did I pick this god?
what the fuck?
Correctly. Now it's just gonna be a boring Jingwei game.
Wait, no. Farm, bro. Trust. You say it's boring now, then clip forward to when you one-shot somebody, make a montage.
This gets to the point.
You died well, Bobby.
Maybe ADC is just boring.
They do wear these clothes in West Virginia? God damn. My shit's from Lululemon, though. I'm sure they don't buy this from Lululemon. Because this shit was a fucking shit ton of money for no reason. I was looking for a short sleeve button up that was like lightweight, like linen.
Oh, that's their Maui. Oh, I'm fucking trolling, man.
Yo, get him. Get him, Raw. Get him.
Dude, what am I doing?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yo, Bobby.
Yeah, what's up?
Have you seen my account name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's fucking one shot, man. I hope he kills you.
0% chance.
He's not killing you.
No, I have a creep on me. I'm only back. I guess I got a leech. I wasn't supposed to yoink your lane, my bad.
And my game's ruined. Just like that. I've died 2 times now.
How have you died twice on Jingwei?
Dude, okay. In my defense, I thought my teammate was the Maui, and I kept sitting in the Maui team expecting to get pulled, and it wasn't mine.
Okay, you're so troll. You have a fat Bacchus in your lane, bro.
I know. I dashed back in expecting this is a genius play by me. Bait them this way, and then I'll jump in the portal thing.
Smite 2 launches at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. You'll be able to play for 50 hours.
That wasn't a genius play.
Get out of this.
This guy just keeps walking into my shit. Yo, we're in. We're in. We're rocking out. We're fine. We fight. Wing. You missed. Bobby, we're cooking.
Yeah, we're cooking over here, too. What's the build? What's the next item, do you know?
I want to say it's Hydra. No, it's crit. It's crit. It's fucking, it's Rage. Yeah. It's Rage or Fail Not.
It is Rage.
I'm pretty sure it's Rage, Fail Not, Hydras. What the fuck?
So Rage next.
I think
Rage,
so.
Fail Not, Hydra's Deathbringer.
I think so. He might not go Rage, bro. He might go, what's it called? Bow and arrow, boomerang.
Surely not.
Yeah, I think he does. I'm pretty sure he goes boomerang.
He's the magician, not me.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts when he fucking plays it. Can someone go look up the #1 Jingwei video and tell me the final build? So I don't fuck Bobby up. Because I think it's boomerang. I don't think he goes Rage. I'm pretty sure he goes boomerang for attack speed. If I'm not trolling.
Alright, boomerang it is.
I'm having someone check because I did a video with him, so.
Well, either way, I fucked it because I have arrow.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a swap in items. Like, you still have a decent amount of in-hand power. Oh, shit.
Get out of this.
Coming. Oh, Raw, you're cooking. We're cooking him, Raw.
Have you played this character since her knockup is like half the distance?
No, I haven't touched her.
It just feels so
Oh, I didn't
weird.
even think about that. I played against her last night, and that makes way more sense. I forgot that was changed. character's still annoying as fuck. It's
Yep.
Devos, Boomerang, Deathbringer, Hydra's, Fail Not.
Okay.
Take it, Tally.
Yes.
Oh, is he asking about Arachneal?
Who?
Raw.
Oh, I don't know. I killed her. Oh, wait. I don't know why. The Arachne ult killed him. What the fuck?
Yeah, I got no idea.
He only got landed on, died, then I killed him.
Always be prepared.
Did they buff Artemis? I feel like I'm hitting hard as fuck.
ADCs are just OP, man.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That could call it in your rank game was literally just unkillable, not doing anything special, just walking at people.
All right, what's more likely? Solo laners are unkillable until 45 minutes into the game, or Lash wasn't hitting abilities.
Okay, that's probably what it was. I fucked up. Wait, we didn't fuck. Good save, Bacchus. Oh, Bacchus, don't tank. Let me. Yeah. Thank you, Bacchus. I love you. Oh shit, Arachne's coming in. He missed.
Oh no, the solo
Trap
laner
sound, trap
ADC's
sound.
coming too.
We're fine. Oh, wait. We're still fine. Bacchus, I love you.
Nice job.
Mods asleep? Honestly, probably. They're resting up for their fucking shift tonight. I'm so excited to play Smite fucking 2 tomorrow. You have no goddamn idea. Can't wait. I hope these patch note things today are not boring and not a bunch of skins. Bro, that's bullshit, Bobby.
Oh, somehow
That's bullshit.
because I was on a different plane than you. It was gonna be
That's
fine,
crazy. Holy shit. Why do I have a fucking war in a casual? We all start level 1? I'd assume so. I don't think there's any gains other than legacy gems. Bro, there's only gonna be 14
Hey,
gods
Blue,
tomorrow.
hopefully you're having a good day.
And from what I saw, the leaked, or like someone got a screenshot of the in-game gods or something. It's probably what we've been testing for a while. There are not gonna be many junglers at all. Yo, whoever on YouTube asked me if I read my email, why the fuck did you ask that? Holy fuck,
Let's
we're up
go.
7,000 gold.
Is this the best player I've ever played with?
Me? Yes. Oh, this Bacchus?
No.
This Bacchus is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Bacchus is fucking good. I've been playing with some good supports lately and some dog shit junglers if I'm not jungling.
Okay, to be fair, I actually think junglers. Okay, how do I say this? Because I don't want you to think something. Junglers, items, and builds right now are not good. While support has absolutely OP items. Every single one of them.
Okay, I agree with that, but my problem with most of the junglers is that they don't know the dual lane exists. They only play the solo lane. And I feel like that has nothing to do with your build. If anything, it would deter me more from going to the solo lane because my build sucks, so I can't kill tanks. Oh, they're coming for me. They're gonna be right there. Oh, I thought I hit him. Jungle, you know, jungle like really hasn't changed build wise in like fucking 8 years.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, you guys do gold on the farm. Dude, I don't know how many of you here were last night, but when I swapped off Smite, I played Manor Lords, and I played until like 3 in the morning.
I was just gonna say that jungling is just so OP that it makes junglers okay, but jungle builds right now are just so bad.
If jungle's
Support's
OP,
like the opposite.
why are my jungles all dog shit?
Because their builds are ass, and they don't know how to do the simple things like hitting abilities.
Like, it's like play Smite.
Yeah.
You passed out watching it? The game is fucking good. I learned yoink. I lost my whole health bar. That hurts. Bro, this Arachne's level 11. What happened?
Ultimate is down.
Or am I just big? Okay, I'm gigantic. Never mind. I am huge. On my road. Could I get away? Oh. Could I get away with just 2 pen items? Or maybe just 2 crit items? Yeah, let's just do 2 crit items. Alright, yo, my speed.
How do you like see me do it before I even do
Dude,
it?
I was reading chat and I could sense it.
There's an unbalance in the force. Somebody's on my speed button.
Yep. Sheep doesn't look a day over 20, over 30, 40 maybe. You seen Shmeep?
Are you watching the patch notes show?
Yes, sir. It's the only reason I'm on. I'm hoping it's not. Oh, I guess there's gonna be like no skins, so hopefully it's just like good content, good info.
There's definitely other shit they're gonna go through before getting like the actual good stuff.
Dude, I saw you say something about a 24-hour stream. Do you even know how to stay up past like 7 p.m.? Oh, I'm in a predicament here, boys. No,
Nah,
no,
yeah, you're good.
No. Holy fuck. Dude, we're all gonna take biological clock tests. And I'm gonna be younger than all of you fucks that say I'm old. And I'm gonna laugh at you. Because you're all gonna die before
Why
me.
are you taking a 15-minute Phoenix?
Bro, me and Andy played a game the other night and we got all 3 Phoenixes and ended the game at 18 minutes.
How does this even happen?
We played Sylvanas and we told our teammates we were to lane swap with us as soon as we got a tower. So we got tier 1 and right, and then got tier 1 and left, and then swapped again and got tier 2 and tier 2 and left.
And then the bastions.
Oh, I got everything, bro. I was rich.
Oh.
Shocker. Poor
We went
Arachne.
too quick.
Rogue is 73. Honestly, I think he's aged more. He's working too many hours now, so he aged more. I can't say GG. Fuck. Question is, do we go and do another one? Or do we do like a troll, like full cooldown custom lobby?
Give me leader. I know what to do.
Okay. He said, I know what to do. Did you see Double J's fucking subathon?
Oh, I hit caps. What did I do? Or what did he do?
His subathon, one of his goals is playing us one-on-one in basketball.
Playing us?
One of us, yeah. It says either me or you.
He will. I don't think he's gonna score.
Holy shit. I hope he fucking sees that and clips it.
You think he'd score on you?
It does, Evan. It depends on like stamina and what, if we're doing like a little half court or what.
Okay, that would be miserable. If you're doing full half court or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd play him. I think I'd tell him to smell some balls.
Yeah, like someone else. That's not me. Double J's like 6 foot. Is he even 6 foot?
He says he's 6'1". I think he's taller, but he's real skinny, so like I can push him around. That's what I got going for me.
Well, I'm 6 foot. And I don't think he's that much taller than I am.
Wait,
if
you're
at all.
6 foot? Hold on. I have a picture on Instagram. Let me check.
I don't think he's taller than me. Maybe, okay, maybe he is taller than me. He slouches. He's a sloucher.
He does slouch. Yeah, he does.
I might be taller than him in that picture, but I actually think he's taller than me.
Where is this picture we have from fucking... It's from Worlds, like DreamHack Worlds. That's one of them. Yeah, he's taller than you. Look at this.
What are you sending at Twitter or Disc?
He can't hear me. Hold. Bobby, boom. I sent it to you on Twitter. He's a little taller than you. I'm pretty sure he's 6'3"
Yeah, I
and
guess
doesn't
he
know
is.
it.
What, maybe... Why the fuck does he look so, like, tall, but, like, not tall at the same time?
It's also, he's closer. So if you notice, like, we're kind of standing side by side. He's kind of angled in farther. So that might be making him look a little even taller or bigger.
What the fuck?
What? Yeah, he is angled in. So he looks a little taller and bigger.
He's like 6'1.5", maybe 6'2".
I think he's 6'2" or 6'3".
Might be 6'2".
We also have necks and he doesn't. Like thick necks.
That's crazy.
Bro's neck
Yeah,
is
everyone
angled.
can join. There's no password. Just join up.
There's a lobby
the
up.
only rule for this
for Bobby.
is no protections. No protections. So no hidden blade or hidden dagger, whatever that item's called. Okay, this guy's level 13. Well, we'll put him on our team.
That's fine. How tall am I? 6'5".
Probably just one, because we're gonna watch the show after.
I got measured when I had the flu too, so I have a recency of 6'5", so you can smell my balls. Bobby, how much do you weigh? I have fucking
220.
Kumba?
Dude, no, he's fun. Trust.
Okay.
Just build full power, build full cooldown, build blink, and just blink ult off cooldown.
Okay. You said you're 220?
Yeah, 220.
Dang, you're light. What the fuck? Any tips for a new Conquest player? Watch a lot of my stream and my YouTube videos and just worry about getting better and don't worry about your shit teammates.
Wait, really?
What?
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't mute. Somebody said that they literally couldn't get into Smite today. Like it wasn't loading for them.
Bro, last night I had 90 ping in every game. The last one crashed. I got off. NBA, bro. I went to the Lakers Wizards game. I had floor seats, and all of the basketball players, even their fucking point guards, were taller than me.
People cannot deal with bad servers.
I hated it. It was the worst ever. I could, like, my autos wouldn't come out, and then all of a sudden 4 would come out. It was crazy.
No cooldown?
Ooh, do we go starter?
No. You have to build your own cooldown.
Is it 80% cooldown?
Yeah. Nope, it's 40.
Okay.
80% is lame.
Wait,
This
what's
is
the
just
best
mages
starter
and
for me,
archmages.
Bobby? Archmages? It's gotta be Archmages.
Yeah, archmages or what's it called? Sacrificial item. You can also gem a focus, but you're Kumba, so it's gonna feel like shit.
What other cooldown can I get? Fuck. Do I just...
I can't remember the item I'm forgetting. Oh, this one.
That would be 40. There's no cooldown in this fucking game mode.
Nope.
Can I go defensive 3k or no?
No. Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Okay.
can. It's just too hard to stop people from building that. It's easy to call out defense pots. Defense protections.
How do we manage in the 120 gods to get 2 rats? What's the odds on that?
All right, I'm ready. I'm here, guys.
I need more cooldown, but I don't know what to build. Like, this kind of sucks.
Dude, I can hit this guy with fucking
Okay.
gas.
Off you go.
This
Gee,
guy's
he's
dumb.
actually
Yo, look at this bitch ass rat. Why did I just get a double kill? Oh
That helps
shit.
us. Am I allowed
The
to
ult's
help
already
us?
back up.
I mean, you can.
Oh, he beats.
Hey, the Robin's cheating.
No. They have a hacker?
No, he built the 3KD.
We're allowed
It's
to.
not helping him.
We're allowed to.
Yeah, you can build 3K defense.
Oh,
Oh, I just got comboed. There's no protections. It's just easy to look at like the scoreboard and see no protections. Wait, Rat, upgrade your blink. Wait, get your second relic too.
Help me!
You're fine.
He's not. Oh, missed.
But he's so fast.
No.
Can't hit him. Oh.
I think I'm gonna go poly over this. Or wait,
I almost
should I go soul revert?
Yeah, server seems a little off right now. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, definitely the server.
It's a bit pointy. My back with.
Yeah, that soul gem was worthless, and I was over capping cooldown, so it was a pointless ass item. Bro, I thought that said export, not escort. Can't speak. Yeah, get in your base, bitch.
Ass.
What's that?
Wait, you called his blink.
You might be cooking with this.
Why are they running after me? Yeah, those guys dead.
Wait, we have 2 Ryzens also. 2 Ryzens, 2 Wraths.
No. No. Archmage just goes hard.
Bro, this server is just, what am I at, 50?
I'm at 50. Dog shit server.
Yeah, no. Something about
Not
the servers.
Valence. Who the fuck is not Valence? I can't fucking bullshit. There's no getting you in here. The game's already up. You're a bitch. Also, patch notes are in 10 minutes. My biggest wish for Smite 2, that they release faster. It's a good release and there's more gods. This guy's pissing me off. He just beads and runs away on cooldown. Who the fuck goes beads?
Yeah, that is the one thing. I don't know how you can have fun going not beads or not blinking something else.
I think the only thing worse than that,
Sprint?
you know the push game mode in this shit? With like where you throw people off?
Yeah.
When people play like that game mode with Magi's and like Aphrodite and shit, like they're having fun.
People play that game and they play Yorn.
Yeah, they're fucking losers, bro. That shit's crazy.
Crazy.
You know, it's fun in that game as by Contagion. You get every kill.
I don't even care about the kills. I just like seeing people fly off. It's hilarious.
Yeah, same. I like the like when people don't build Crow Wind in that game. I was like, why even play it?
They need to bring that to Conquest. No
Dude,
troll.
this Ravana is a
Give me a funny
pussy.
relic. Give me,
Stop
like,
playing in the
Divine
back
Barrier.
line,
See
trying to
that
peel
random
for your fucking mages, and go dive my squishy fucks. D's, I punch you in Bobby's chat for 80 fucking 4. You're on the ground still. Shut the fuck up.
Man.
You weak bitch.
I think I'm playing the game on like hard mode or something right now.
I got a Ravana playing fucking peel in this game mode. This shit is cringe. Like,
I got him with slows.
yeah, you should definitely try to make people not have defensive pots. It'll be more fun.
Defense pots?
Yeah, tell them no 3k pot.
It's just, yeah, I mean, I could try it.
I know people can be bullshit, but it's fucking, you can tell the damage difference because of
you
it.
can see the blue. You can see the blue aura on them as well.
Even if you don't know if they have it, you just call them out for it anyway, and then, you know, 50-50.
Either they defend themselves to the death, or they say, yeah, I got it.
In Smite 2, Kumba needs a new passive? Nah. They need to just give him his damage back. They nerfed his damage like 30% a long time ago. You used to be able to one-shot with the alt 1 with full damage build. I'd probably one-shot here if we didn't have defensive pods, but that's besides the point. Like. Oh my god. Oh, kill them all. Mez. I'm gonna live.
No way you live off that.
Yep.
If you were playing something difficult like Chiron, you'd be doing
Chiron. The polys hit harder than my fucking abilities, dude. Okay, maybe not actually, but it feels like it. The defensive 3K bots are super fucking dumb though. You got this, Bobby? You got this? Oh, you don't got this.
probably give me 50.
What?
But you actually like counter their entire team.
Yeah, except for the Ravana just sits in the back, being a little bitch, trying to peel with all his immunities.
He waits for you to go in.
He hasn't dove once. I have not seen him ult into the backline one time.
It's funny to see how people play this and they like play to win instead of just I don't care how many times I die. I want as many kills as possible.
You should catch up.
I'm playing a bad god. You're playing OP.
If you went full power, you would not be playing a bad god. Your ult would probably like
Can't fucking move.
Kumba, hello?
I can't move. I'm telling you, their two fucking assassins are playing peel because they're nerds. I think it's actually because they can't sit on our fucking MLF. Or maybe you're just so easy they don't want to kill you anymore.
They just wait for me to go in and then they kill me. They don't have to dive anyone.
Very well.
Bro, also like scouts are watching? Bro, you might make it into the SPL. Look at this guy just running. Their Ravana's diving more than the rest of their fucking team.
Bro, I'm smoking them.
Can't fucking catch him. Thank you. I got you.
Dude, that guy tunneled so hard for me.
Holy fuck. See, that's how hard I should be hitting them, but they have magic fucking defense. Well, I also have magic defense, but, or defensive 3K pot, whatever. You believe in me? We got patch notes in 5 minutes. We got 92 to go. Fuck you, bro. Yeah, little bitch. Little bitch ass lilac bitch.
I'm more sleepy than I thought.
Hey,
these frogs.
Brayden, thank you for the 5 gifted. Oh, we got 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes to go 53. So in like 1.5 minutes, we went 40. Pretty solid.
Holy.
All right.
Oh my. That stun chunked me.
That's crazy. Holy fuck. Wait, how did it just go from 50 to 0? That was so fast.
Oh, did they let the thing in?
I don't know. It just went down real quick.
$23 months.
Wait, one of them
next
had
month is
horrific?
2 years.
Yo,
Crazy.
come on. Come on. Daryl, thank you for the 23 months. Bro, you were cooking.
Yo, join Discord and drag me in Discord.
All right. Bum, bum, bada, bum. Bum, bum, bada, bum. Drag him in Discord or join his Discord and he'll drag me? Oh, he's got me fucked up. I'm just gonna join his. That's not his. Where the fuck is Bobby's Discord? Am I blind? I don't see Bobby. There he is. I didn't see you. There we go.
I have permission to speak.
I'm really
Happen before this starts.
I'm wondering what's gonna happen with this. Like what they're gonna say. Bro, they're on the front page. They only have 3K viewers. What the fuck? Why is it not more? Oh, who's talking shit? Thought someone was talking shit. These are Smite 2 notes. Not I don't even think they're real notes. I think it's just information about Smite 2 for tomorrow. If they do whole segments on skins for this, I will lose my mind. It's a fucking alpha. I will lose if they show the fucking Zeus tier 5 again, which they will. I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. It was 9K this morning. Yeah, I saw Brutal, I think, was talking about it because it was just on Twitch's front page, which is like 8,500 fake viewers, or sorry, embedded viewers. I want 8,500 embedded viewers, bro. We need to pop off with Smite Source. Like, I'm gonna go crazy for Smite 2. I'm gonna need all of you to just have the website open all the time, so I have 10K viewers.
Smite 2, yeah.
What's up, Nip? Man, I think it's like super nice out today. It's supposed to be super nice out this weekend, and I'm not even gonna go outside. Yeah, it's 82 here. Oh no, this weekend's gonna be rainy and cold. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not missing anything outside. I don't know if I want to do a subathon, bro. I saw Double J's, and I know Bobby talked about a 24 hours. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know what I should do. Might as well. I just think streaming in the like 4 to 5 a.m. to like a 10 a.m. slot is such a waste. I hate it. Plus, like, I want to see my doggos and my wife and my son. Is everyone doing subathons? Because then I'm just joining in what everyone else is doing. Bro, I think I found the maid costume. I cleaned out that closet, and I'm pretty sure I found the maid costume. I have to double check that that's what it was. My son is 2.5, almost. All right, here we go.
Rated T for teen.
Get ready for the time of your life. I'm not gonna lie to you, there are certain parts of this gameplay, like visuals, that I don't like. Like it feels kind of like an arcade, like an arcade fighting game sometimes. And that's not always a bad thing, but some parts I don't like. No, the alpha's on consoles too. If you pre-order, use my link. Nexus.gg/weekend.
What is going on, everybody? And welcome to the showcase stream for Smite 2's very first Alpha Weekend playtest coming at you all
Ajax, I haven't seen him in a while.
We are so excited to be here. It's been a long time coming. The team is super excited. And speaking of the team, I got the GOAT squad with me here today. I got the Smite 2 design fan. Ajax is with me by my right.
Yeah, the Zeus tier 5, bro, 100%.
We got Clumsy, Aggro, Pon,
Oh, they got
all here with me to talk
everybody,
about
dude.
Smite
Holy
2.
fuck.
How's everybody doing today?
And everybody's shaved.
Stoked. I can't believe it's finally
maybe not-
like
maybe
Alpha
not
Weekend
aggro.
1 already.
It's insane.
It's
Yeah.
been a long wait and like happened very fast.
How
already.
does Pon still
I
look
know.
like he's
It's
like
finally
15?
real. Like, it's crazy.
he's
We're in the
real.
Smite
He
2
looks
category
exactly
on
like he does
Twitch,
when he first
which is
started
crazy.
playing.
Yeah,
really?
look at
I
it.
know, right?
That's hype.
I know,
exciting.
right? Super hype. Patch notes are live on the site. That's another thing for the first time that we haven't done before. Smite2.com if you want to catch up on the patch notes. Pull them up, follow along with us here. Not going to go through everything on the show because patch notes are long. AJ, how long were those patch notes?
It was 60 pages.
That's
in
insane.
my Google
Holy
Docs. Yeah.
fuck.
It includes
my
the
gosh.
full item text and full God roster, all kits text. So there's a lot of information in there,
What?
but there's also a lot of high-level summary, short-form stuff. So, take your time, sort through it. Looking forward to seeing the reactions, discussion of it.
It's all written like via Ymir, right?
Yeah,
Like,
by
it's-
Ymir in his
Everything
voice.
is first person in your voice, yes.
Smite too good.
I know, right? So yeah, patch notes are live on the site. And before we hop into it, I just wanted to stress that we're super excited for Alpha Weekend 1 starting tomorrow, but it's early. This is the first playable version of Smite 2 that's going to be available to a large public audience. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's work in progress, rough around the edges for Alpha, but we're at the point in stage of development where we're ready for you all to hop in, give us your feedback, and our primary goal is for you all to hop in, and we want to build this game together with the community, take all of that community feedback coming in from the Alpha, get back to cooking, making sure that we're incorporating everything that you all feel like you like, what feels a little bit off, taking
curious
and
how much
incorporating
the
all that
like
feedback.
how much different
just
the
to
game
build
is going to
the
be
Smite 2 that you want to
now
play. That's the
versus
ultimate goal.
like the friends and
Nothing
family
is set in stone at this point.
closed
right?
alpha.
So we're going to test, we're going to play.
Like how much stuff did they
We're gonna keep
actually?
implementing new things, changing
I'm,
things. It's gonna
I
be-
don't think it's going to be much different, if I'm honest with you.
I know, right? Well,
Yeah.
before we get into
I think they just wanted to make it
a lot
super
of the cool
stable
stuff, I did
for
wanna
people
take
to
some
try
time.
to get more feedback.
Smite 2 is an all-new game.
Right.
I think
I
they'll
wanted
probably
to definitely
like
give you all
server
the floor to
testing and
talk about
stress
some of the
testing a lot
goals for
too.
Smite 2. We've talked a lot about it before, but
I hope not, because
before
then we might
players
not
get
be
a
able to
chance
play.
hop into
So
this
it might be
first
down.
alpha, from a high level,
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Josh, what
Yeah.
are some of the goals for Smite 2?
So, really, Smite 2 is us building upon Smite 1. Smite 1 has been successful for 10 years, and we want to be able to do that for another 10 years and more. So, in this way, we open up all these new possibilities to ourselves, freeing ourselves from some technological constraints we had on Smite 1. The large reset in changing the God roster and the item roster and item system gives us a lot of opportunity to try new things. So, really, our goals are listed out on the patch notes. We want to stick to these. We want you to read through them with us. We want them all to be understood and clear. So we want to keep the core gameplay of Smite 2 similar to Smite 1. It's been successful for us. It's familiar to you. It aligns with the goals of a sequel game. It's what our players love.
I think most
and we
people
want to
have
preserve that.
struggled
But we also wanna
processing
find
this.
a
They
lot of
think
ways
Smite
we
1
can
or Smite
expand
2
on
should be
that, try
different,
new things for new
like a
variety,
new
things,
game,
new
and
designs.
I don't follow with those people at all.
The new game and the new technology create unique opportunities for rebalancing Smite and for introducing new mechanics that Smite 1 couldn't support. So
9th
today,
month I'm
you
now
might see
giving
some surprising changes.
Oh, I'm excited for them to see some of this stuff.
A lot of it is different because of these goals. We want to try to do a lot of heavy rebalancing and also just trying completely new things. So you're going to see a combination of that throughout today. And a lot of times when you see why would they do this change? Why would they do something like that? These are the goals that are supporting the reasoning for
Smite2.com is where these patch notes are apparently, but they said it's 60 pages, so good luck.
From constraints.
Absolutely. And talking about those high level goals, I definitely want to talk about player creativity because it's opened up a lot. And Clumsy, I'll pass to you. What are some of the things that we're incorporating there?
Yeah, one of the main things for gameplay design is we want to expand upon player creativity. We wanted player expression and skill expression to be something that we really push forwards into Smite 2. So whether that's build diversity, whether that's role flexibility, it's about increasing the skill floor without necessarily alienating, or increasing the skill ceiling without necessarily alienating the skill floor, right? We want to make sure that everyone's having fun, but we wanted to use Smite 2 and, the 10 years into the future kind of thing is something that we can really be like, okay, well, what can we get away with now in Smite 2? What can we really push the boundaries of? And that's one of our main focuses.
I'm stoked. And Aggro, I'm going to pass it to you because Smite 2,
You're
it's
watching,
a MOBA,
right? You're not reading patch notes?
Where's
No,
the
I'm watching this.
competition at, baby?
They said
Tell
it's
me about
60
Smite 2
pages. I
and
don't
what you think.
wanna look it up.
That's one of the things that I think all of us are really excited about.
I'll watch some
especially,
Zeus skins,
Clumsy
don't
and
fucking
Pawn
not
and
read
I
through
all
that.
come from that competitive background and been in the pro
They
scene in
definitely
Smite
summarized
previously.
it.
And
There's
we
no
think
way
that
they're
the
going
competitive
through
ceiling
even
for Smite
30
2 is going
pages.
to be
No.
even higher than it was.
It'll
in
just
Smite
be key
1.
points, I'm sure.
Smite 1 competitive.
I mean, there
is
were some cool
obviously
god
so
changes and stuff for
incredible.
them to show.
We can't wait to see what the competitive teams, once we get started with that, are going to be able to do. And we are definitely keeping the competitive aspect of Smite 2 as
What
a
up,
top
Juke?
priority.
Thank you for the
making
gifted,
sure
or not
that,
the gifted, the prime sub.
everything we design, we're talking about how does this impact high level play? What are pro players going to be able to do with this? And really allowing them to be even more creative, as Clumsy was just alluding to, and just really keeping that in mind with all of our goals.
Awesome. Well, speaking of being creative, one of the biggest things in Smite 2 that's different from Smite 1 is the big stat change, going from physical power and magical power to strength and intelligence. And I believe Pawn is already queued up in game, and we definitely want to talk a little
This
bit
is
more about that.
basically
at
just a
higher
change
level,
from
'cause there's a
magic
lot
and
going on
physical
to it.
to attack power
So
and
for
attack
strength and
damage.
Also, I
intelligence,
did
the
talk
big
to-
thing
well,
here
I
is
just
that
stopped by
you
for
might
a
be
little bit, and I
familiar with
talked
it
to him
as
for
physical power
5
and magical
minutes.
power, but we
Apparently
wanted to
there's
give it
actually
a
a lot of
different name to
changes
really showcase that
from
this is a
this-
whole new system.
from
So
the
characters no
Friends and
longer
Family
deal
thing. He was saying,
strictly
like, you should
magical damage
100%
or
watch
strictly
it.
physical
Oh,
damage.
really?
They
Okay,
can
well,
do a
I'm
mixed
hyped then.
variety of
Fuck.
types. And abilities, if they
I
use
was worried that it was
intellect,
just
doesn't
going to
necessarily mean
be
they have
talking
to
about everything we already knew, but
you have
Aggro
strength,
made
doesn't
it seem like there was a
necessarily
lot
have
of
to do
extra
physical
things.
damage. There's a
Yeah,
lot
I don't think a lot of people realize
you
that
can
the
have
Friends and Family kind of
different
got
stats,
boring
and characters
because
can
it
choose to be
wasn't
mostly strength
a lot
focused,
of new.
or like some characters that we have in the game right now, like Kernanos, you can actually go much more hybrid and stacking those two together and actually changing some of the damage types based off what you're building. So this just really opens up a lot of tools for us to create
the
really
volume
interesting
good on
kits
this?
and
'Cause
kit
this is loud
dynamics.
as fuck
And
for
it
me. I
also
might have
gives
to turn it down on
opportunities
my
for
end.
players to be like, ooh, I really want to play into this specific playstyle within the character kit, and you can build that stat to actually go for it. So again, kind of tying back
It's
to
loud
the
as
theme of like
fuck?
that
Okay.
player creativity.
Cool.
There's just a lot of really cool opportunities.
Is that good?
here.
Yeah, well, enough of us. Let's go in game and look
'Cause
at
that's
some
good
of
for
that,
me.
Strength and intelligence stuff. I believe
Oh,
you've
boy.
got Kernanos pulled up here, and
Yep.
We're doing it. Patch notes show Smite 2 in
doing
game.
it.
Isn't that
In
crazy?
game.
live.
The game does look fucking good.
Yeah.
And the grass,
Let's
bro,
go.
Obviously,
the
there's a lot of
grass is
exciting things here to
awesome
look at,
in
but
this
we wanna
fucking
highlight
game.
first
Oh,
and
look at
foremost
that.
is the tool
I
set
liked
that
the grass in
describe
League when I played
where
League,
these strength
and the
intelligence
grass in
values
Smite
come
feels
from.
better.
So even just looking at Shifter of Seasons, you can see the healing scaling on the spring season is intelligence scaling. So you can actually get bigger heals per hit by building intelligence on Kernanos. But you can see, and actually you get a lot of utility effects from Kernanos here. You can see the
The
intelligence.
text is so
scaling
much
on-
easier to read,
you
bro,
can
but there's
actually
so
increase
much
the
to fucking
physical
read on some
protection
abilities.
reduction, debuff potency by building
Right.
intelligence on Kernanos. You can get that traditional strength damage on Summer, but actually Summer has a unique thing here where you can see it's actually strength or intelligence, whichever's higher.
Right.
That's cool.
So you have to
Ooh,
really take a
this
look at
UI
these
is
things. It's
different
really
than the ones we played on, I
this
think.
system gives every god so much more depth. So
This is a
much
different
more
UI, right?
opportunity to play
Than either of them that we
different
played on?
roles, different styles.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
different
they
builds.
have made it
Essentially,
look
almost anyone
more
can be built
finished
as
than
a
before,
baby
'cause it was
sword or
really-
essentially melee.
I've heard the
I don't even know how to
reason
describe it.
ADC.
It did not
What-
look like
I
this.
tested a couple different ones, but this one doesn't look like any of them.
Some gods have really interactive kits with this, some a little less so. Some have completely different role changes potentially because of this. There's just so many exciting opportunities within this system.
I was distracted by looking at those awesome looking tooltips. It looked
Oh,
like-
yeah,
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 a lot
they're
of
talking about it
details. We
now.
have simplified.
Holy
design.
fuck, wait,
I skipped
wait.
ahead of it.
CERN
They're
is
so
fully
weird.
scaling off
They're gorgeous.
Intel?
But in most cases, we just want to talk
No,
about this
just
and,
as
like,
one.
set the stage for
Was
a lot
alt
of the
too?
stuff
One
we're
and
gonna
alt,
look at
one and
today.
alt,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay. And his two's half more.
These
His two is
systems, like-
fucking
Wait, his two is actually
80%.
magical, too.
Yeah, he's
Moment to
an
moment
Intel god.
what we want from Smite 1, what people are used to. a
He's
lot
an
of
AA
times.
Intel god. What the fuck?
Surely they did not
We're gonna
make
get
this
to right now. We're gonna go
ability,
through the conquest
or this
section.
god ability
Yeah, I was
based,
gonna
right?
say,
First.
I think it's just gonna be AA mage, basically, or AA attack power.
Gorgeous
Intel.
conquest.
Wait,
Now. Let's just stay in game.
Yeah,
while
All
we-
the damage is
Sorry
red.
if you answered
Because
this
on the
already,
3, that's
but what
physical
time
damage.
is
There's
Smite
red.
2 out for launch?
Surely they have to change the color of that. Unless it's just bugged.
So similar to our
Wonder what if
general
it
goals
does
for- you're gonna see this
physical
repeated
but
a lot, where
scales
some
off
of these,
Intel?
Specific features also mirror the goals of the entire game, but we want to continue to look
Oh,
for depth.
I didn't
Which,
think about
how do you
that.
build pen for that? I want to know how that's gonna work.
More options and opportunity. Important to note that this is like the first playable version of Conquest. So
Yes.
there will be definite plans to adjust.
The
and
map is
expand on the
thick,
mechanics
boys. It's a
in the map. There's gonna
wide,
be some,
thick map.
New ones already, and also a lot of different ones.
This is
from
Smite 18.
1. So early on, this is a
this
like really
Smite
spicy.
3?
I don't think they're gonna have a
Early
HUD
on, we're
editor,
really
bro.
trying to
At
keep
least
the entire role
not with
system
anytime soon.
as creatively open and flexible as possible. So a lot of players in Smite 1 are very used to the design team being very prescriptive with you should build this god as full tank and go here and do exactly this in this order or you will not do as well. That is not the goal here. We wanted to design more of a canvas for the players to paint the meta on.
That's fine, Tally.
Right? So we
a
tried to
cosmic gumbo. If
right. There you go.
You're not gonna run 6 active items.
Reference 10 minutes in. Sorry, go
And
ahead.
if you're like a damage class, you're probably only gonna run one.
So We really
Maybe
there are no
2. If you're
specific
support, I think
starter
you're gonna
items
run
that tell
like
you,
3.
You have to go here. You have to kill this.
Maybe
you
2.
Have to do that. We want people to lean into the strength and int.
That's
lean
my
into
that's
the
my
god
guess. I
changes
mean, who knows what the
and
meta will be?
and see what things go. We found that maybe more aggressive, strength-based supports are really strong in our playtesting. Sort of double jungle strats are potentially really strong in our playtesting. Doing more ranged utility supports instead of true tanks can be really
Jungling
good.
in this is
Double
crazy, by
ADC
the
can
way.
be good.
I think it's
Yep,
going to
I
be
think
one
one
of
of the
going
fun
to
part is, like you're
be
saying,
one of the
we
harder
opened
things to do.
up for the players, and we're seeing from the friends and family.
I don't
testing,
think it's
from
going to
playing
be
tests,
the way it
they're
is in
already
Smite. I think
doing
it's
things
hard.
that
Oh
we
my
didn't
god!
expect.
I never
Like,
even
we
noticed that.
didn't
Look at the
already, some things
background.
like,
What the
whether it's,
fuck?
like, Athena crit jungle, like just I don't think we tried that as much internally. We saw
Why did
friends
Bob
and family
Ross
doing
paint
it.
a fucking background in game?
It's working, you know.
Burst magical Athena jungle because like that's when you'd expect to be pretty good. But we saw
I mean, the water looks like shit. Don't get me wrong, but
Listen,
everything
the
else looks
system's
dope.
working. Like, this is
that's
awesome.
What we want, and so this is something that of course is open to change. We're going to see how things work. If the general feedback wants us to be,
Jungle is gonna be harder. You'll see it. Like, just the way jungle camps and stuff work, bro.
It's much harder to go the other.
Like, look at the jungle. Look at the map. Look at how many fucking camps there are.
You have to start here. You have to
There's
do
a
this,
lot
or
of
the item
camps
doesn't even
that are
work,
not on long
then
cooldowns.
You don't get to test the other things.
Yep.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff on the map to
that
pick
concept
up.
I just illustrated is something we'll come back through a lot. So
You also pick up buffs.
Yeah, Clumsy. Why don't
Like, you have to
tell us about
physically
this,
pick them up
First
with a
cool new
pickup
feature
button.
we have on the Conquest map.
Could you be talking about the new stealth fields that we see all across the different
Yes,
places in the map?
it's so
I was gonna
good,
say just in
dude.
the lanes, but
It's
they're not
so
just in the lanes,
good.
They're in the jungle. They're in, we
For
took a lot
jungling
of
and, like,
opportunities to
ganking
make
and
sure
shit?
that when adding this feature,
Good.
we didn't overload the map with this new thing. And so what we're seeing here, we're seeing areas. Where if you enter into it, you become stealth, right? It's what you'd expect. Which
Mid lane looks
in
low
other
carb,
games,
yep.
in
Short
our
here.
own game that we played around with.
It is. It's
different
a
game modes
really
with
weird
multi-cross
lane to
and
gank.
stuff.
Like
So,
a
it just,
really
for us,
hard
it
lane to
gives us
gank. I
some
think the grass
opportunities
is
to
big
kind of
for
just
it though,
play
and the way
like,
actives
lane
work are why
dynamics and
ganks are
jungle
still gonna
dynamics.
happen.
It's something where you can create opportunities.
That's true.
I was
and
telling my
moments
stream,
of
it look
interest
the
during
jungle.
matches.
There's also a lot of camps
But like, yeah, like
that
I
aren't
said,
on
we
long
played with a lot
cooldowns.
of different placements. We
So,
played,
there's gonna be a lot of time spent out of lane, I think.
Just add an iteration where we feel like you're opting into this
I think
gameplay, but you're not
the,
really being stifled by it.
It's just
They're
gonna be
just
interesting
fun.
seeing
they're just
like
Right? These
gods with
specifically are
dashes
just
or
like,
jump.
You get all
I mean,
sorts of cool,
they walk up and then they just
ambush
dash out there to their
moments, and
tower.
You get a lot more. You get a
Yeah,
lot
but
less just
like what mids are in the
striking back and
game?
forth, staring at each
right?
other. Like you have to check things. You have
Well,
to
I just
use
mean, like, even
abilities or face
CERN.
check
Like,
things
if
and
you
use
played
wards.
CERN,
Oh sure, yeah,
It just
yeah.
adds
Or
a lot
like
of
like
fun
Neath.
to the map.
Yeah, I love the level
Yeah.
one game.
like
of
interesting if
hide and
it's
seek
just
in
like
the
a
game.
just super safe gods that have a dash or something.
So it's not intel damage and strength damage. It's magical and physical with strength or intel scaling.
Selfish on the left and the right. So you're just watching from like
So
these right side
stats
ones,
scale
then attacking
physical
the
or
left
magical
side ones.
damage.
Like, I'm not even over there. I'm over here.
And there's still magical or physical
Specific
defense.
Description of all the rules around.
It's not
these
like
games.
intel and strength
In
defense.
general, they work what you're familiar with from this type of mechanic that we've done in Smite 1.
Yep.
Cool. Well, we continue our map tour, and the next point is talking about lane minions, but I know we have.
I can already tell people are gonna be crazy confused over that, and it's gonna be like a whole video I'm gonna have to make.
Pond, do you want to just walk us through how kind of lane minions work?
Yep, so the lane minions work as you generally expect them to. They spawn at the start of the game. They'll run down the middle lane. They're your main source of experience and farm. But there are slight differences in how they're spaced and how their damage is dealt. A little bit difference in how tanky they are. Just stuff that you'll feel out.
I was already confused.
The major change is actually going to be the Minotaur minion that spawns now. This thing is like a true siege breaker into pushing a lane. Yep. It's a lot stronger. It has probably, I would say, I don't know the exact health value, but it feels like quadruple, 5 times the health of a regular minion, and it can absolutely crush towers. It has a long range attack that actually hurts it. So if you get this in your lane and you can kill the other one, you want to push yours into the tower and help push. And that just adds a little bit more dynamic into, oh, they abandoned lane to go rotate here. At this time, I can start pushing. You have an extra tool to help you push. So minions are going to be familiar to you, but there are some new aspects of this that are going to be different when you're playing in the alpha.
We also have the minion execute feature.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
As
yes.
Minions, standard minions, not the Minotaurs, get low health. They will get a flashing red element on them. That means that the next damage dealt to them will immediately kill them.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit more last hit focus and highlighting through that. Feels really good to just like track through a whole wave, just executing minion after minion, getting
Yeah, it's one of those things like last hitting in Smite 1 has always been there. It's always, it is important to make sure that you're aware of the fact that last hitting does give you bonus gold. But now we've just given you like an added methodology of seeing what that looks like. Now you're going to know, and it's a part of the gameplay experience rather than being something that's a little bit hidden.
Very true.
Cool. All right, Pon, as you were walking around, I noticed these little yellow circles on the sides of the lanes. Aggro, what are these things?
Yeah, these are the gold caches, I believe we're going with, and these are really
Gold blessing.
Gold blessings, yeah, excuse me, gold blessings. And they are a blessing because this gives
subject to change.
gold, yeah, of course, to your whole team. So right now, Pon, if he had 5 teammates or 4 teammates, he would have given 30 gold to himself and all of his teammates. And these are present in all 3 lanes. And it really
Controlling
just adds
those is
another
big,
layer
by the
of,
way.
I really want to be contesting the lane and not just sitting underneath my tower and soaking farms.
Should have been
because
on
I'm
a
really-
river.
I'm not really in any danger. These gold leads get going pretty quickly with these gold blessings, and they're, you know, we have some gold blessing demons, caps lock in particular. Good luck ever getting for. He will die for it
to the death.
And I respect that.
We've had team fights where everyone dies because of this 30 gold.
Oh, and my favorite one is if you go to in the mid lane, right? Like we're talking about the stealth areas. This is the most perfectly placed one because there's one right here, and you just know that someone's either hiding here or just waiting. I've seen people just like looking for the best opportunity.
Visuals are so fucking good in this game, by the way. The abilities feel like anime fight scenes.
Deeper into this concept because this is a very new mechanic and it's going to have a big impact on the map as a whole. You're going to see us referencing it.
Like everything's slightly over the top.
It's called interact.
Yep.
So we now have the concept in Smite 2 where things on the map have a special area that allows you to interact with them. There we go. So you can see you can capture this warhorn.
The in-game timer is skipping
We'll
a
get to this
second.
mechanic in a second. We're jumping around a little bit.
It just randomly
the
skips a
gold
second.
Blessings were the first interactable we wanted
So
to show.
speaking about that interact,
in order to do
what's your
this,
opinion on
use
it?
your
'Cause
Facebook
I don't
personally,
like
I
it.
am not a fan
I
of
don't
it at
like
all.
it. No, I don't like it at all.
Transform into an
It does not feel good.
It
to
breaks
use.
up the gameplay in a really like
These are so we
awkward
can
bad
try
way for
some
no reason.
different methods
Like the
of,
flow of the game is just interrupted.
gaining an advantage.
Like
on the
most
map
of the stuff
work
that they
just
added the
doing
interact feature
something.
to,
Or just
you could just
standing.
walk
Or
over
just
an area or
standing on
stand over an
something,
area
so
and
you
it would
walk in,
feel
you have to
better,
manually
and it would
engage
just
with
be
And
more
then you
interactive.
can
I think that'll be a good thing for people to get feedback on that they would change because it does feel really, really bad.
Just having to kill a whole.
I didn't even like it when we did it at Worlds. It felt just wrong. It didn't feel natural at all.
I agree.
The opponent could just stand there and watch you. You're taking damage. You're taking all the risk.
Hell,
and then
you
they
don't
can
need
try
a
to
sleep
pick it off.
schedule, bro.
In this
You
case,
just
they have to
don't
actually
sleep.
poke you off and then take that ground, and then you have the chance to counterattack. It gives a really different combat dynamic, and you're going to see us exercising this in a bunch of places.
Nah, camps are locked in again.
Before we get too many into those, we should jump back to towers, though.
Yeah. Let's
Pon,
talk about
will
towers.
you want to go show us and talk about tower bounties?
Yeah, of course. So you can see here in mid lane, and let me turn off Tower Killer so I don't just absolutely destroy it. It has these extra 3 pips.
Yeah.
And so these are actually health thresholds that when you get to, they'll drop these gold bounties. So let's see if I can do this without dying. We'll God.
I was gonna say I don't like your odds.
Yeah, no.
Your build is not going to do much.
No, we have no items right now. So
All right, chat.
no
Get the
no
timer.
backdoor protection.
How long is it going to take?
No, we got it. We'll get there.
We'll
We'll
only
get
be
there.
demonstrating the first tower.
Yeah, so this will be the first tower bounty, and you can see when I get to this health threshold, what it does is you have these orbs fly out, and you can pick them up, and you can even see we have these helpful tooltips that explain what it is.
I like
when you
that.
pick them up, they just give you a huge burst of gold. So this is extra incentive
What is
for you
this
to actually
bottom
break
fucking
through
bar?
and push towers early into the game. Using that advantage, it's a different way of getting a lead when you have advantage to push outside of just rotating. Again, just
You
giving
are
you more
not gonna play the
flexibility when you wanna
playtest
be
this
choosing to
weekend,
focus
you
on.
motherfucker.
And there's a special condition with that third one.
Yeah, that one's
which is
exciting.
worth a lot more gold, and that one is only benefited to the team that gets to it first in the lane.
Yep.
So if you break your diamond bounty, then your opponent's tier 1 diamond bounty is turned off.
In that lane. Yep.
The winning
that
lane
lane.
matters.
Only in that lane.
Yeah, gotta win that lane.
And also, those gold pickups are localized for the area. So it's not team-wide gold, but if you have an ally nearby you, it'll share for whoever's nearby.
Huge win for W keyers everywhere.
Yeah, it matters a lot. Like getting an early tower in Smite 2, you notice the gold infusion for you personally if you got those tower bounties, which has felt really good.
It's a big spike. Okay, where were we before jumping back to?
We're talking about interact. We talked about gold caches.
Jungle
I
buffs.
think it's time to talk about the jungle.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is exciting.
Okay, you want me to take this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a big new system that affects the whole map in a deep way.
Yes,
absolutely. So this is what we're calling the infamy system. Every jungle camp on the map has a level. The level is gained leveled up by gaining infamy. You gain infamy by killing that camp. You get it? You kill the monsters. They don't like you so much, so they power up their defenses to try to fight you harder the next time. As you level up, the monsters, they'll be harder to kill. They'll be worth more, and they'll start giving better rewards. So at infamy level 1, jungle buffs do not drop. So there are no level 1 jungle buffs in Smite 2 at this time. But as you level up to level 2, 3, 4, you start getting a jungle buff at level 2, and then you start getting more powerful versions of each buff as you go. each infamy is tracked individually. So you have to kill a bunch of harpies to get
One thing I
more
don't like
harpies.
about Smite 2,
This, is
when
really
he
interesting
uses
because this
2,
lets
look
you
at how bright
prioritize
it is.
specific things on the map, like if you want
Like,
to invade.
it's too much
Invading
with
your
all the
opponent's team
numbers.
red
It's way
actually
too much.
slows down their infamy gain on their red buff and speeds up yours.
Right.
I think they need to change the way numbers are and positioning and certain visuals.
The ones along the middle line, those can be different jungle buffs at different times and different.
Like, you legit
so they
can't see
randomize which
when you're
color
hitting
jungle
enough
buff will
stuff.
be. So depending on what spawns there, you might want to prioritize one that you care about.
Okay, did
the
they just
most
get
to
FPS
to
drop?
The next level of infamy.
That looked like he just got an
there's
FPS
no
drop.
Invader's Curse on this map as well. So there's really
Invading's back,
just
boys.
strategies you can formulate both.
See ya at your fucking speed buff at level 1, idiots.
Yeah. Anything I missed, team?
No, I mean, I think that
Numbers
a
are too big,
thing,
yeah.
You know, just thinking about the competitive aspects, like I was talking about earlier, I think that this opens up jungle pathing and unique ways to play the jungle based on how your jungler likes to play, based on how your team likes to play.
People will find
likes to
specific
play.
routes.
Yep.
Though there's been less of that so far, right?
Yes, definitely. Like I'm really trying to ward early so that I can see if Pawn is starting on the left side. I'm doing way more vertical jungling than I ever did in Smite 1, just really trying to. And then if I get a good clean invade off on the enemy red, I'm going to prioritize red the rest of the game because now I'm ahead in infamy there. And I might let my yellow kind of
pressure
go by the wayside. Yeah, but I really want to build that and get, because the level 3 versions of these buffs are really, really strong.
Oh, the last thing we forgot is
Speed
jungle
kind of
buffs now
sucks
need to be
dick,
picked up
by the way.
with Interact.
Yep.
Yes.
Interact
so
key
this
is
a
dumb.
feature that takes a little bit of getting used to because you.
It's
just
a
used to running
bad
them, but it
mechanic.
helps a lot
No.
for
Disagree.
crowded combat scenarios where people don't accidentally pick up buffs.
Accidentally.
It lets you manually choose or overwrite the buff you currently
I don't like
have
this.
if you still have duration on
It
your
just
previous
feels
buff.
weird.
We've also just made the jungle buff pickups generally a lot more forgiving. They last a lot longer.
Yeah, this new speed
so
buff is
you don't run
ass.
out of
The
time.
new
You
red
can-
buff
you
is
can do a lot
really
of
good.
stuff with these new jungle buffs, so definitely check those out.
Yep.
Yeah, one last clarification on these ones as well, because I've seen
No,
some people
you
confuse
every
the
time you
test.
kill a
The infamy
camp, it
system is not
respawns
necessarily
stronger.
linked to the
So if you
strength
kill
of
their red,
the
your
rewards
red gets
based
stronger.
on that camp. So
Like-
for example, the
like
jungle,
red buff will just be
camps
stronger.
are still going to gain XP, gold, and damage over time, and infamy levels are just based on that reputation system and what rewards they'll give you via the buffs.
The buffs. Okay, sorry. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, the way I introduced that could have been interpreted either way.
Right,
The
sure.
main benefits of leveling up infamy is the buff and introduction of the buff and buff powers.
Yeah. Yes.
And the harpies also, they don't drop a buff, but they drop a
No,
shield.
I just
Gives you a
think
health
buffs
shield
should
for
just
limited
be on the
duration.
ground. You should just pick them up.
Very strong.
Or it should be like I don't know. There should be some way to make it more natural if you don't want it to be a
Each level
walkover.
of the buff per infamy system, it's right there on patch notes for you to read.
You'll get used to picking up those buffs real quick.
I have jumped over every single Smite 1 buff I've picked up for the last
Oh,
2 months.
sure, I didn't even think about
I have
that. That's
jumped
so
over
funny.
Every single one.
Oh man. Well, let's talk about the Warhorn up next. It's the solo lane objective. But Pond, do you want to give us a sneak?
It
peek?
is a button press. It just feels weird.
Yeah, we
It doesn't feel good for like being in game.
Yeah, here
Let
we
me
go.
just. Yeah, I don't need to cheat. I have.
I hope
cheats
Smite
built
2
into the
doesn't
map.
disappoint.
go.
Looks promising.
If everyone can cheat, it's
What's
fair.
up, Fig?
Yeah, so the Warhorns, these are kind of like the totem replacement. It's only going to be featured in the solo lane, and it's something that we were looking at earlier, where you're going to use that interact mechanism, and it's kind of like a capture the flag scenario where you want to get your progress on the Warhorn all the way to full before the enemy kind of takes over.
This
and does its
Warhorn
development
is
step.
actually just
So only
such a
one
good
team can
change
capture
from
the
Totem.
Warhorn, at a time before each.
Yeah,
each
I
team
played
gets
solo
better
once, and
Warhorn.
it felt
And it'll
good
be
to like
empowering
I
you
don't
to
know. It just
activate
felt more
all the
natural to
minions
fight
on your
over
team.
and less
So they're going
force.
to be getting stronger, and it also
Yeah.
does an
the-
immediate
and
Not
the-
just like
benefit of, gold
50-50
through
sprint and throw abilities at a
It is
Yeah,
noticeable
yep.
if you're solo
Especially with the
laners,
builds.
getting
I
up
think
a lot
solo
of
lane's gonna be an
Warhorns,
interesting
fighting a
lane
lot
in
of
Smite 2
Warhorns,
compared to Smite 1.
waves.
sure.
Oh yeah, it gets.
I mean, wasn't
Hey,
Smite 1
can we,
solo
maybe
lane in
get
the
a
early
Warhorn or
seasons
two over
really
here?
funky?
Yes,
It
it was.
takes a lot
It was
more
cool.
time to
It was a
get
lot
into, a
better,
lot more chip
in my
damage.
opinion, than it turned
Or if
into.
you-
But
if
that
you're
was a
not around
Bluestone
them, you
thing.
lose
Bluestone came out. It just
waves.
fully changed
There's
the
also
solo lane.
another objective that like
Yeah.
it might actually like sometimes not be worth the fact
Yeah,
that you've been
Warrior's
fighting over
Axe
it
and
for 3
Bluestone has
minutes
been
and
the
have brought
entire
more
history of
people
solo
over
lane.
just
Yep.
to contest this Warhorn. But man, you really want to be the one that captures it.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
It's a moral victory.
I've had some funny times of just like, me and someone else with the soul laner just staring off at each other, and one person's trying to get it, and then the other person just like uses like a Bologna ulti to stun them, and in that time they don't even attack, they just go for the war and capture.
Oh, and getting that quick interact, like stepping into the right space, hitting the key, getting it going, and like stepping back out. A lot of times people will think, "Oh, I'll definitely be able to interrupt them," but then they get it because you weren't quick enough.
Yep.
There's a lot of combat dynamics.
And playing around the strategy of the Warhorn early to mid game is obviously important. You want to help with your team across the board. Also mid to late game where your minions being empowered in one lane versus the other. So like for example, you get the Warhorn and then you push.
I'm sorry, but look at the map,
You know the
bro.
other sides of the
Like
map.
the foresty shit.
Kind
Kind of wild.
Where, like instead of we're like not quite ready for Fire Giant, and the fight kind of spreads out, and you fight over the Warhorn instead because it's really impactful late game. You want that minion push. You want that free push, especially while you're fighting over objectives. It scales so well throughout the game, and I always like am happy to go pick it up.
Yep.
That's awesome. And yeah, one thing.
Phoenixes
that I
are
really
huge.
wanted
They're
to
pretty
call
big.
out Is, the
The
way
area is pretty
capture is
big.
You interact with it, but you don't have to stand on the point.
Right.
Whenever it's going, so you can interact with it.
No,
start
nobody
to
wants
capture, walk
verticality
away,
in Smite.
clear wave, rotate a little bit.
Verticality is the reason that Paragon and Predecessor are dead.
Yeah, and it does remember progress too. So if you had it almost finished and someone comes and snipes it,
right,
and you take
That
it
and
back
their
quickly,
visuals,
it's not like you've
but
lost all that progress. So you're constantly
Verticality,
making progress.
it could have worked in a way like League of Legends does it, but in an actual aiming up and down,
Our next
not
point
good for
is
Smite.
the teleporters. And we're going to talk about the Gold Fury here too. So let's talk about the teleporters that get on the right side of the map before we talk about Gold Fury.
Yeah, teleporters or Pond. Did you want to take porters?
Yeah, so for the teleporters, so as a jungler main, the fact that you don't know exactly where I'm starting, and the fact that I can gank and teleport to go farm the other side of the map or surprise gank the other side of the map as well, just the amount of options and flexibility as a jungler alone has been super huge for these teleporters. But if you lose sight of your lane opponents, if they push and they leave, you don't know if they went necessarily to go potentially invade, you don't know if they went to Gold Fury, you don't know if they're about to go gank.
The pings
solo
are
lane.
better on the
And
minimap.
this positioning makes it so that it's accessible just enough that it is good to do.
Verticality is aiming up and down
but it's
rather
not
than
so
just
accessible that
aiming
it's a constant
horizontally.
feature where you really have no idea where anyone is. You can make really good educated guesses, and that's something that's really cool about this.
Obviously we've got teleporters of some mechanic now in Smite 1 and a lot of people who have talked about like, oh, why aren't they exactly the same as Smite 1, Smite 2? It's because these types of teleporters, the gameplay that we wanted is very different, right? We didn't want to we're not looking to copy and paste, even though there's like the Smite 1 serve a different function, it's their fun for their map. But for this map, we wanted to make sure you can make those sly and coy plays. You don't have to reveal people,
A little more mystery.
A little bit more mystery, a little bit more intrigue.
And you can see we also have a cooldown here, so you can't just.
These devs do fucking love the game, bro.
So there
They've
is
been
a
playing
little
this
bit of
game
a timer.
forever.
It's not. You can eventually like come over here, fight, and then afterwards the timer will probably have fallen off. You can go back, but you can't just use this to constantly ping pong back and forth to confuse your opponent and make it really hard for you to get killed.
And for all of these interactables on the map so far, you get interrupted via damage. So it's not like CC, like teleport and Smite 1 or anything like that. If you get hit while you're doing your channel of the interact, you will immediately stop.
Right. Good point.
I cannot wait to
Smite 2 on deck.
take my duo lane
Let's
and
go.
gank Nika at level 2 and like level 2. It's gonna be awesome for me, not for him.
Enjoy that upper hand you have on the pros. For
I know,
this
right?
one
Yeah.
Very short amount of time. Yeah, exactly.
Sweet. Well, Pana's already walking over there. Let's talk about the Gold Fury.
Yeah, so Gold Fury is a bigger deal than it has ever been in Smite 1. Now you see the underneath the kills on the top of your HUD there, you've got 3 empty dots.
Albedo, I
Those
think so,
are
as long as you
your
link 'em.
Gold Fury count. So if you get a Gold Fury, you'll get one of those. And
Gold
each
Furies are
time you'll get
nasty,
Gold
bro.
Furies,
They're
that's your booster.
nasty. They
But then
nerfed them a
also
little
you
bit,
get
though, I
a
think.
unique buff that is permanent.
I think this is nerfed
based
from
on how many Gold Furies
when we
you've
played
got.
at Worlds.
And you keep all of them as you go. So the first time you kill a Gold Fury, you and your whole team will permanently have a speed boost out of Fountain that is doubled for the rest of the game because you've gotten a Gold Fury. If you kill a second Gold Fury as a team, you also will have nearby friendly minions take reduced damage and deal more damage. And if you get that third one, then you deal bonus. true damage
you
to
can't play this
and
game
so this is a
for
way
like
of
29
kind
more
of
hours.
Advancing the game throughout the
28 and a half hours,
in a
so you can play the
natural
alpha.
kind of scaling way where you don't have to necessarily fight around Fire Giant. Getting that third Gold Fury, now that structure bonus that kind of used to be on Fire Giant is now on getting your third gold. So you want to group up, play around that. We have really changed our late game macro calls a lot from Smite 1, really needing to, oh, hey, this is going to be their third gold. I don't know if we really want to give that up or what's right after the third gold.
Yeah, I was just like
fourth Fury.
The fourth Fury, which I'll get to in a moment. But a lot of really cool calls of, oh, they only have one gold. It's okay if they get their second. Let's group around fire.
Right.
Or, hey, we got some early Gold Furies because we got an early lead. the enemy team's starting to scale. They might outscale us. They might out-team fight us. They want to go for Fire Giant, but we feel good because we got 2 Gold Furies already and can play to our 3rd.
Yeah, we got
Yeah, here it is. So the Ancient Fury. So once a team has killed 3 Gold Furies, once one team has that final buff, then the Ancient Fury spawns, and it is much, much spookier than your typical Gold Fury. They wanted something spooky.
I lied. It's still in the game.
When you kill the Ancient Fury, this will disable enemy towers for 100 and Phoenixes for 180 seconds. So this is the strongest way to end the game.
This is a true alpha.
Yeah, extreme alpha moment.
You said the thing
right here.
This is also not exactly the same build version that's going to be in the test.
Fucking
You might see some minor differences.
I also think we updated it to
I'm worried.
20 seconds based on feedback.
There's some targeters and stuff they didn't have in the friends and family that I use, and if they aren't in tomorrow, I'm kind of
This
disappointed.
Ancient Fury is now the premier game ender if you want to try and get together and see.
Like if you're on Instacast right now, you can't look at him. He doesn't have a targeter. You can't see where the fuck you're throwing your
Has
abilities.
a whole nother level of macro decision making on the map, which is something that I think Smite players have been asking for a really long time, and it's been playing out really, really well in my opinion. I think the stacking Gold Furies versus going for Fire Giant.
I mean, you can still have a really long game if you
And like
trade
said
Gold
as well,
Furies
one
back and
team could
forth.
end up getting the 3 Gold Fury kills, but then the other team who might be behind, they may decide to not fight over.
It can
Fire
take
Giant, but take the
5
Ancient
or I
Fury
guess 6
instead.
Gold
That might be
Furies
their
before you
first
see the
Gold Fury
big
kill,
one.
but they get an
If you're
extremely
trading
powerful
back and forth on golds.
Yeah, if you feel like you're
Dude,
solid
this actually
into Fire
excites me
Giant,
for Smite 2 a lot.
It's really hard to make ground.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it. Did you notice that he has no targeter on the ground?
Which just again
Yes,
has
it's bugged
different
me.
varieties for teams to play around.
I don't know if it's gonna be in tomorrow. I'm hoping it is. It's gonna piss me off.
There's
It's
no
not.
way they added it without a targeter, but they
Uh,
added that dumb crosshair. Bro, I would take the targeter over the crosshair.
Did you play the friends and family?
Another interact.
Yeah, another interactable that you can.
This one,
Not
I-
enough,
I
I
enjoyed
guess.
this one.
Yeah, this one opens.
Not enough.
Actually allows you to temporarily change the Fire Giant.
Oh shit! I didn't know that existed.
Wait, you never known
No.
that?
10% of your maximum
You are
health.
so.
That is sick.
A little bit, but
Bro,
yeah,
you
the Fire
I didn't know
Giant
about a
himself,
wall. You don't know about the
He's
targeter
got
missing.
A lot of polish, like a lot of our other characters in the game. And he's got
That's
some
fair.
new
That's fair.
Abilities. So he has the Magma Slam.
You're gonna get owned here.
Knock
Oh yeah,
away.
I'm absolutely gonna get destroyed. I need to walk out of here. Hold on, where God, real quick.
There we go.
You saw the Magma Slam.
Okay,
there.
apparently there is a
That was
targeter.
that big warm-up circle in front of it.
Okay, I hope so because
and that will also
it didn't exist for a long
set up
time,
these
so
3
we'll see.
additional boulders, which will do more bonus damage. He also
Nah,
has
NDA's
the,
not over.
Ragnarok's Fury. Similar.
I'm
one
just
that
talking
you,
about
know
stuff
from
that they're
Smite 1. This
showing.
one's very
I
necessary
can't
because
talk
everyone
about
who's
stuff
fighting
that they
us
aren't
does
showing.
damage.
I think they're gonna
So
show
it does
everything though,
bonus
so I'm not really
damage,
stressed over it.
and it does more damage if it's just you. And then we have the Fire Blast, which is this really large warm-up cone area, and then it has a really long, persistent.
The abilities on this Fire
burning
Giant
area that
fucking
that's
cooked.
outstanding. Yeah, so this causes the whole very raid mechanic-y, right? Right.
It gets
Everybody
so hectic.
rotate. Yeah.
Yep.
It also, that field persists after the Fire Giant dies. So like the
It
most.
lasts its full duration, right?
Yeah.
Remember,
So
this
there's
is an
a lot of
alpha,
times
so if
where
there's anything
you do
like
a Fire
little
Giant
that you don't
fight,
like or something
you can
missing,
take it, but then
you
the-
just tell
the
them
cone is
feedback
cutting
and they're
off
gonna
the
work on
players,
adding
like,
it.
who want its like escape path.
Right.
So now they're actually in a
Positioning
really
your
bad
aggro
spot.
direction matters a lot in this version of Smite, which is a really strong skill that high level supports and who take the Gold Fury master. It matters even more now.
Yeah.
And also there's some interesting spicy changes to the buff. First of all, you might notice
Power, health, mana.
Those effects are so sick.
He's on fire.
So you wanted the
Wait,
he's
you
on fire
look
feel.
like
You
that the
wanted
whole
this really
time?
cool, visual for Fire Giant that just made you feel powerful.
Oh, I didn't know the fire
cinematic
scaled
like we have almost in
like
in
that.
Smite 1 cinematic.
I love
Wait,
it.
I didn't even. What does it scale
You,
with?
every fire you get ups the power and protections. It said.
On people,
Wait, that's perfect.
Yeah, it said plus power and plus protections per Fire Giant.
They're actually learning so many things that like made Smite 1 bad,
Yep.
and like changing it completely with Smite 2.
Yep. I think that visual's sick too. I didn't notice that.
It looks so cool.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure this is something new. There's no way I would have noticed that.
Yeah, that is fucking badass.
But then every kill after that, it gets protections and increasing protections, and it increases the strength amount. It does not increase the healing, I believe, because that would just be probably too OP. But like I said, anything is open to change.
Hey, if it
feels
does,
right.
let us know.
AJ said that like we're sure about that. Like, I think
Opening the wall does do HP. Whoever
We're
said
still
that in
making a lot of
chat.
changes to the game as we go, right?
Oh yeah.
Every day.
These types of things.
You think you get
open
crushed on that
discussion.
wall?
Oh, you can
Those
do
are
the thing.
I believe the exciting.
I
pieces
hope.
on the fire.
I think
Imagine,
he's
like,
trying
the
to.
most exciting
He's
thing
about to get
about
crushed.
this-
Yeah.
Oh no, you're gonna show this part.
Bro, if it does true damage, imagine like you open it and then like Herc pushes you back.
It better
into
one
and
shot you.
die.
It better one
I
shot
actually
you.
don't know.
Oh, you might have to stand here for a
I
while.
hope it one shots you.
But I'm just saying, if this door closes on you, it might not be good for you. So maybe just
Wait, no way.
If it one shots you, bro, the plays.
I love that.
Let's go.
That is so
Okay,
awesome.
it's slow as fuck, but that's sick. If you manage to kill somebody in
That's
there,
incredible.
Bro,
So,
imagine
watch
like
out
the
for
enemy
the
team is
doors.
pulling Fire Giant and you like Herc push somebody in when you're down like
I've
20
died
people
twice.
and you
one-shot
win,
AC.
bro. You pull like 2 or 3 in. That's gonna be a
All the
top
detail
clip
we
for
wanna talk
somebody
real
for
quick.
sure.
There are,
For
XP
sure, at one
rules.
point.
Splitting works the same as in Smite 1, and there is a lowest level XP split, so you have to split.
Merc's
15
throw,
to the lowest
yeah,
level.
dude.
45%
Dude,
bonus.
Fenrir. I wonder if you can
Just
angle
wanna
it
shout out to the
fucking
environment
to
art
like
and the
put him in there and not
There's
die
a lot
yourself.
Going on, behind the
Super
scenes.
shout out.
You could probably
Make
time
everything
it.
look
Well, I
amazing,
guess it would still be weird to
performance,
time.
completely new lighting systems.
But like you could like
completely new
mirror
texture
wall
systems and Unreal. We're
as they
talking
try
a
to
lot about
walk out.
gameplay today, but there's deep dives to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
A lot more of
That
this
would be
other stuff.
fucking
Christian
hilarious.
last week that came out.
Oh hell yeah!
Lighting, yeah.
Dude, I love the way
Biggest
the
feedback
water
so far
goes,
is the
like,
interact
down to
key.
the top and
Yeah.
enters into those like designated
I
spots
really,
where
I
there's
don't.
little spill out.
It
That's
doesn't
so cool.
ruin the
The
game or
Titans
anything like that,
or
but
the-
I would like it to be
The
gone.
Titan and like Phoenix
Wait,
areas
what?
look so much better. It
No
looks like
way.
season
How do you
1,
guys
season
know
2
that?
Smite area
I
rooms,
actually had no
which
idea.
looks so much better than
It
the
feels
current
like
ones.
full, like
That's a
complete,
lot of
instead of just.
Yeah.
Easter eggs, allied
there.
adventure also on this map.
course.
People, this is the number one question I probably get when talking about.
You know how they do the scepter?
System,
Maybe.
jungle mechanics, all this stuff. No, they want to know, and they are.
But
there,
the scepter
of course,
wouldn't be
is very
different from walking over the
always
buff, I feel like, which is what they're trying to
make sure
avoid.
that's
So I don't even know what the
balanced.
solution is.
Any final shout outs to the map? There's some new visual effects to highlight backdoor protections or immunity of structures or.
Yep.
A lot of the map structures they
Can you
made
just
feel
speed
very
and
like
show off the ass a little
Olympus, like
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yes,
They go into the
100%.
danger
Finally.
zone.
Yeah, we're going to the
Like
danger
the
zone.
bases feel
So here's what
fucking
the
like
chaos team will
beefy.
see. You got a fiery portal in the
It
background.
feels like
over
it's an
there.
actual
It's a really cool shadowing.
like
you got
final
the,
boss area,
like,
not
Yeah,
just
completely
yeah.
different base aesthetic.
a place where the Titan
Open on
sits.
the
It does feel like you walk in the room like for the first time of a raid or something.
Yes.
Wow, and you're like, oh
Huge
shit.
axes.
Yeah, I like those like bone tusks and stuff in the back.
Yeah. There's just so much cool art on that. I guarantee you there's going to be some people who hop into a match and the first thing they're going to do is miss a wave because they're looking at all this stuff.
Oh yeah, this is so good.
Titan is a little
that's
small.
Conquest,
They could
everyone.
scale it up a
Super
bit.
Excited for everyone to hop in, but let's
This is
talk
the
about-
only game mode in Smite at the time.
Yes, the
Besides
only
our
game mode
practice map
in our
which you
alpha
can
week.
enter.
Yes.
And there will just be the one normal conquest queue, and there will be customs
Customs as well. Yep.
Customs and
The
normal
bubbles around the
conquest
Phoenix
queue,
are because they can't be
ranked
killed yet
display
because
for
their
later
towers are
probably
still up in front of them.
beta.
It's just letting you know it's an added visual. It looks
Some
like
SKUs?
from what I'm
Oh
seeing.
yeah, we're
Like
slamming. them,
MMR
alright.
will be in effect, so you win your matches, you'll start playing against other people who win their matches. If you're 5-person pub stomping, it won't be long before you're running into the other team that's 5-person pub stomping. and
I
you're
think we
gonna
might just have to
see how
stack
competitive this
casual
game
or
gets real quick.
casuals
There we
for
go.
for this shit
For
tomorrow.
sure.
Well, let's start talking about gods.
And if
here.
it's really bad, we just do customs. But I feel like you win a couple games, you'll be fine.
Get ready.
Yeah, maybe the first few will be
AD, I'll
bad,
pass to you.
but surely it gets to a point where the games are going to be fun.
too, because there are a lot of differences.
Yes, so the high level goals in Smite 2 again, kind of before we talked about flexibility, right? So we want flexible systems, but we want unique kits. So we've readjusted a lot of the strength and int, the base stat system are adjusted to make sure that each god's unique abilities is really their.
I'll probably be
and what shines
queuing
the
with
most. Each god brings
Andy,
something new to a
Bobby.
team,
I know
either
Mindy's
through
gonna
one
play.
big feature or a combination.
I don't
or
know who
unique
our
combination
fifth will
of
be.
smaller ones. So what we've done is made base stats and items and other systems support this. Some of the ways
Or
that we've
whoever
done that
there,
is
maybe
the
they have a fifth. Maybe
strength
Bobby has a
management
fifth.
system we've already talked about, so you can build different builds, all builds, and many characters can benefit from both builds in some way. You could even go max strength, ADC, Anubis, even though he doesn't really have much.
I did it
ability.
once.
Yeah,
I've tried
I
it as
saw
well.
once
I've tried
in
it before.
playtest. It was okay.
Yeah, lifesteal.
Oh, yeah.
ADC Anubis, not bad.
True.
And another big thing to mention is the base stats. We've done a very big rebalance of base stats to make all
Base
of the
stats
gods'
are
base stats
like
actually
the
a lot
game
more
is gonna be
similar.
different
Right.
mathematically,
Being
and you're
a
gonna have to
tank
relearn
does not
stuff.
have such a massive default advantage.
Test
as
new
being a
things.
tank did in Smite 1. So if you want to play a support, ranged intelligent support, you can do that.
An
better than
immunity
anyone.
ability.
And
When
what
that
matters
wall
about
closes
that
so
kit is
slow,
that
so I don't know
what
how
your
easily
kit
you'll
has.
buying
does
it.
bring to the table? If there's a big AoE CC on that
Body block people in that
traditional
wall,
DPS,
yes sir.
it might make a really meta support as well.
Yep.
So we wanted to make sure our god designs always allowed for that opportunity. The other big change was we always make sure that something new to explore for each Smite 2 kit.
No,
Some of
Riley, you gotta
these
buy it.
have more than others. A lot of these gods are ones that I think generally everybody loves, everybody likes, have felt really balanced. A lot of our first gods, but you know, as we get into the future, there might be gods that need bigger reworks. There might be gods that get bigger changes. You'll even see today a couple gods getting complete ability reworks.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Some other gods just getting new stuff added, but we wanted something new to explore for everyone. Things like ADC Zeus or Crit Ymir from just the system alone are amazing, but then there's also a lot of individual ability changes too. And we're going to highlight all of that in just a moment.
Yeah, that's right. So as we get ready to go in game here, AJ, you hinted at it earlier, but God Text.
This is a feature I've wanted personally for a really long time. And I know
God
the
Text?
ambassadors
Is that what it said?
and who've worked with us over the years have also wanted a really long time. So we have a completely new description system that allows for short and long modes. So the general intent for the Alpha 1 is the short description is
Name
as short
Kidder
as
Acne
possible.
Bot.
It's a
Steam
very
only.
straightforward,
Smite 2 Founders
functional,
Edition
no
from.
flavor, no nonsense, tells you what the ability does, and the it only gives you the relevant.
Bro,
gameplay
some of you guys
variables, too,
can't
specifically
read?
the skill.
This is gonna be great for
That
you.
was the number thing that people always were curious about is what stat should I be buying to make this stronger? So that's all that shows up in the short. But then you can right click. So you have to press Alt
That's
now.
right. Can we go in game and check it out? Yeah.
So for PC, you need to press Alt to hover over your abilities to read this, as opposed to the K screen. If you press K, there's a little reminder text, I think, or we're adding that to help you remember what to do. And for consoles, you can D-pad up to navigate over these as well. You can read each ability, or you can hover over your god's face to read your passive. And every ability has that button to expand or collapse to give you more details. When you expand, you get a whole bunch of very specific,
You're welcome.
functional.
They did such a good job with this, bro.
To help clarify additional things, tell you
Like,
projectile
bro,
path through
I was
rules,
just about to
tell you
say,
unity
this is
rules,
awesome.
things
If
that
you
were always
can't
hidden from
process
players in
their,
Smite 1,
this
as you can
in
tell.
one form or the other, you have
So
problems.
stoked.
Sorry not to curse on
I love these over here. I love the color coding.
What up,
We
Fatality
have
or
color
Fatally?
coding to
Maybe
show-
the
we
three.
have color coding for soft CC, hard CC, damage buffs, debuffs to show you
The
what
visuals they
things
use for
are
this
buffed,
is
debuffed. We
sick
have
too. Like, how the fuck
CC
do they manage to get
icons.
so many things to stick out
Help you see all
correctly
that.
with the
We
like
have
the red, the
range,
orange, the
radiuses,
pink,
cooldowns. We have multiple ranges and radius for things that have multiple things.
the max
Yeah.
levels?
We tried to.
They
for
did a
the
good
long
fucking
description,
job
be
with
like,
this. Whoever designed
everything
this,
you might
just
want to know is in the
every
long
which
description.
way,
The short
color,
descriptions, people can just get a really
size,
quick look,
everything,
and it'll
genius.
default to short, and you can toggle between them. So.
It's been great. Like literally just yesterday, I was like, like I need to know this small detail. I was like, oh, I'm in game right now. Let me just check out the log description instead of alt tabbing and going into like my spreadsheet.
Yeah, we've been using that a lot. They are pretty definitive as much as we can.
Hi-Rez
And
has
you'll see some
really
feedback
good
on them if
devs.
You feel like something's missing.
What's
let us
crazier
know.
is
We're already
all three of them on the
thinking about ways
right
to
started
improve the
off as
system,
either
keep
pro
adding to it,
players
investing in
or
color coding.
competitive players,
So we've already got a lot of ideas. but
and
we still
they're all
love to do
sick at
those.
devs now.
So let's see.
And just do such a fucking good
Yeah,
job.
we're gonna go into.
They piss me
before
off
we hop
sometimes,
into
but they do a good
offers,
job.
Of course, at the top of the list, but definitely want to list out all the guys.
Han
that
was
go
like
through Alpha
OG
Weekend
pro
1.
before there was an
14 of them.
SPL.
So of course
He played in
Honor,
tournaments.
as you see on
You got it,
screen.
you got it.
Anubis, Athena, Bacchus, Bellona, Kernanos, Chalk, Fenrir, Kukulkan, Loki, Neith, Odin.
No,
Ymir,
the
and
SPL
Zeus
is season one. There was pro
Sounds
league for
right.
pro
14
pro
playable
online
characters
tournaments
in
and
Smite
lands
Alpha.
before that for 2
I
years.
want to address the elephant
Someone
in the
might be
room,
missing,
or
huh?
the sorceress in the room.
Wait, who? Oh, the
Hecate.
Hecate's not in here.
Hecate is not going to be an Alpha Weekend 1. AJ,
Oof.
did you want to kind of go over a
Feels
little
bad.
bit of the thought process?
Bro,
and the
there's two
decision?
junglers
Yeah,
to
we're
play.
taking some more time to cook,
There we go.
as the kids say.
I don't think I played on a competitive team with Pon. I might have played with him like
We've
for
been
a
doing
weekend or
testing.
something at some point.
We wanted to take that seriously.
Yeah.
We wanted to show people that we're serious about that, but also she did just need the time. We have had internal play testing and just the reactions to the deep dive and social comments. We saw all of it.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
I
We
read
see
it all personally and internalized it and felt it.
Oh.
We really just wanted to make sure we make a really cool character.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of cool things we still wanted to do that we were running out of time. I don't want to make excuses or make complaints. We just have lots of cool stuff coming to the game. We're going to take some more time on this one to make sure it's awesome. We are building this entire game from scratch, remaking everything. So making a brand new god on top of that was a very different experience than making a new god in Smite 1.
Yep.
So we are learning a lot as a team, and the community is already helping us with that. So Hecate's going to be absent for a little while, but she will return hopefully cooler than ever.
That's right. Yep. Just keep an eye out on social media. We'll have more news and info when we're ready to talk about Hecate in a little bit more detail. But until then, just let us cook.
All there is to it.
That's right. All right, let's talk about gods. Let's go back in game And let's check out On here. And we're going to kind of keep it casual here. We're not going to go over every single ability in depth, but we're just going to go through the kit. And
They do need to add more gods. I think they want the game to be right before they're worried about making gods right. Honor's ult is fucking weird.
Yeah. So
it's dope looking, but it's so weird.
The fact that he looks better than ever, he sounds better than ever, and all those beautiful things are received from all the gods. Yep, exactly. On her's main changes is a lot of it is on the shifting sands, where one, the closer you are to the shifting sands, actually the heavier that actually effect is. Two, you can cancel it early, kind of like we did for
Honor's movement feels very different, and his abilities feel very different.
Yeah.
It does end the start the cooldown.
Very different. You'll just be ready for a lot of things to feel very different from Smite 1.
There you go. It's good to know.
And it is strong.
That pillar is
and then you
thick.
can also place the shifting sands behind you a little bit, so that like it kind of snaps behind you, so that way, yeah, there you go.
Bro,
so
that's dope. I didn't know they did that shit.
You can literally just do that while you're
fleeing.
So you can run. That's so good, bro. Holy fuck.
The ultimate has a different pacing to it, and it's
the ult's weird.
More weighted towards the back end, so that final
does it feel smooth though? It's UE5 smooth. If you've played UE5 games, you know they just feel different. You have to adjust.
It feels so good.
Right.
I love it. The anticipation of that final shot, and it's got more range now than it used to have, and that has felt really, really strong for him. On her is truly feeling better than ever.
Oh yeah.
Between being able to manipulate your pillar a little bit better, your pillar being even stronger in general.
The ult's cool. It's different, but it's cool.
Look at those effects on that pillar fade in and fade out too.
Yeah.
You know,
whole team was cooking.
All right.
All right.
I wish we could spend an hour.
I know, right? AJ, I feel like I got to throw to you for Goobis.
Oh, we're gonna. Okay, yeah.
Have to.
Sure. I'll take it. Well,
just real quick, just super temp. Obviously, we're in Switch class and doing command stuff, so passive meters, stuff like that. They're overriding on top of each other. Vision slots, stuff like that. Stuff that would be there in normal games, we can address.
A lot of that is specified on the patch notes too. Which characters are intentionally missing passive meters or have temp passive meters? Which characters don't have updated icons yet? We do intend to update.
Anubis's feet are huge.
For everyone. So if it's not there, and you're also getting a little bit of a preview build, so you're seeing. Some things that
you'll realize the more you play gods you played in Smite 1 and play them in this, everything feels different. It looks dope, but it feels different.
I love that new ultimate.
All right, so the main new things for Anubis are, one, he's got a brand new passive, the scales. So his passive is a bit of a callback to a Smite 1 item. For every 10% of HP he loses, he gets additional lifesteal and protections. So he just gets harder to kill and more threatening as
he's not healing for shit.
His Smite 1 passive just gave him a massive soup of stats. And this will be a little bit more relevant when we get into the item section, but we are doing a lot of base stat adjustments and stat availability adjustments. Overall, some power creep resets and some item stat bloat. And in which case that requires the gods to get a bit of that too. So like some things might look like, oh, that's a very like maybe a more specific set of stats or stats in a different number, but they are generally really powerful in the new context.
Yes.
Specifically lifesteal, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Him being able to get this additional bonus lifesteal for free is really strong. And him getting that extra protections makes him hard to take down even when he's max DPS build. The other big change is the ultimate. Had a similar rework to On Her, except the big change with Anubis is his is front loaded. So if you watch closely, that first hit of that burst does a significantly larger tick of damage.
Wait, how much is the first thing hitting for? Like 160?
It out to do as much damage as it would have done if he was just ticking.
So it does like 6 times on the first burst.
So instead, you get that first upfront burst. Makes it really important, and it makes it really valuable to just hit those wrap combos.
Yeah.
He's got some
164.
Like now does
with no
damage,
ins,
and it scales off strength.
Yeah,
right?
You can see how damage numbers are going to be very different from Smite.
And I won the game.
Was it because
was
your team?
You won a strength build?
I was doing damage because, again, like, we'll get into it when we get to items, but there is a lifesteal physical item that actually is very good to splash on him because it just actually helps him do the surviving that he wants to do more often.
Every god's basic attacks, whether they deal magical or physical damage, have 100% strength scaling and 20% int scaling. So if you buy full strength on Goobis, your basic attacks are hitting just as hard as any strength character. It's just the things in their kit that make them have attack speed stims or protection shred that eventually make them even better carries. But
hey, if you stun, you get like 2 free crits.
It doesn't mean you can't carry Goombas. Some of these builds are memes, but we wanted to have more meme builds and more viable builds.
Player creativity,
I don't think you can't have more viable builds without also having more meme builds.
True.
Right?
True.
Like, those things go together.
All right, let's talk about Athena now, the goddess of wisdom. Pawn's gonna get us set up here.
Yep.
Take it away, Pawn. This is one.
Oh, yeah.
we're working on.
Yep. So Athena, the first big thing that you're going to notice is with Reach. Actually, we'll just go through the kit real quick. Go through all that stuff. We'll get to mid lane.
That dash is
Things
so
should be
much better than it
pretty
was in
familiar
Smite
here.
1.
We got Reach the passive, charge in, hit. We got Taunt, which the bots will not taunt. So
The
But they're
sounds they have on abilities are really good too.
You can see it there.
and then we'll get a.
Oh yeah, we need an ally.
Oh, yeah.
120.
Another cool thing you can see as well is that anytime an enemy is hit, you'll see the damage text fly in. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is it has a symbol for physical and magical damage. So right there you can see the little swirls. That's magical damage, which gives you kind of a preview. There's physical damage with the swords.
Nice.
Yep.
Keep an eye on that, everyone.
Yeah, so Athena, the main changes for her are with her ultimate. So her ultimate ability now actually provides an immediate shield to the target. And whenever you actually
ult is
teleport your
very
target,
good.
When
Very
they
good.
die in Smite 1, they actually go straight up and down in place. Your Athena does. You actually go to the target. And the main reason we made that change was we wanted to make sure that this ability is meant to save someone on your team. And there's a lot of situations where ulting someone at low health, the mitigations just didn't really help them. They were going to die anyway. Or ulting someone low to try and save them. If they did die, you're now not joining the team fight and you're unable to help the rest of your team. This just makes the choice much more straightforward, much less metagamey in how you want to try and approach it. You're really using this to really save your teammate, come in their clutch, and then join the team fight and taunt everyone and help in the best ways you can. Aside from that, obviously Reach, a really, really powerful tool in regards to like a Polynomicon jungle build for Athena in Smite 1. Well, it's can crit. And it, again, all basic attacks work off strength. And so we've had builds where Athena is really utilizing that reach to just absolutely throw these huge reaches that just do a ton of damage. And similarly, her
I'm
one
about to
actually scales off strength as
one-shot you with
so
an Athena
your
auto
charge in
reach.
at one
You're
actually can
fucked.
be a really, really high burst combo with strength itemization. So you have a lot of build opportunities available to you.
You guys are fucked.
And the one is faster charge now.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's true. We also made the one a faster charge. You should be able to notice that's a lot quicker of a
No,
pacing.
all autos scale
And
off of
she doesn't
physical
turn into a
and
giant ball
sorry,
like
off of
she
strength and
dashes.
int, but they scale 100%
Actually
off
has,
strength,
like, a true
20%
dash
off int.
animation, so she's always present on the field, which I think is just a
Just
nice
like
touch.
you
We
would
have
in
a lot of
any-
these
any
nice
game.
touches all over all the god kits, but
Looks really good.
And her shield's like a fidget spinner now.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It just rotates. That's sick.
Me as Athena just
I just
all the
spin in the
time.
shield.
Yeah, no way.
Oh my goodness.
Spammable ability.
It's a
I
small
know,
thing.
right?
We also
DJ
just got,
Pawn is the spin king. He's always spinning something.
it's been really fun working with the teams and getting also a whole bunch of we should move on, but we also got we got an owl that appeared right underneath her, just like a nice little nod to Athena.
More tie-in, yep.
Yes.
Just a lot of really small touches all over the place.
I'm
We're
sure
really
players
excited for
will
you guys to
notice
see
this
that.
as they hop in tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's talk about Bacchus. I need a drink. Like, you know.
Yo,
Like,
me too. Let's. This is
not one of
I'm not gonna make that joke. Anyways, yeah. So Bacchus, he's got a really really cool new mechanic that I'm a huge fan of, and it's based on when he takes a drink. So after he uses Chug, his first ability, his next basic attack is enhanced. It's kind of like a built-in Polynomicon.
Holy
but it scales
shit.
off of his protections. So he can build that bruiser tanky playstyle that. He's
Bro,
really known
it
for in
hits for as
Smite
hard
1.
as his
Of course, you
unhand.
can
Holy
go
fuck.
any build you want in
Wait,
Smite 2. That's
he's
a
about to
component of
fuck
it,
you
but
up.
This is just a way to maintain that present identity of tanky
wonder what the cooldown
character
is on the
that
one.
also does a good amount of damage. Bacchus really does that really well. I think solo Bacchus, I know Haddix has been playing a ton of it in Smite 1 recently, but I think it's better than ever in Smite 2. He has a lot of good strength and int scaling combos. I believe belly flop scales off of strength and does physical damage. He's physically jumping on you, so it doing physical damage makes a lot of sense. And so you can really do some fun stuff with the belly flop into enhanced auto combo there that he feels really, really good.
And we've also significantly lowered the post fire on Chug so that you can actually get to that attack a lot faster. I believe it's like even cut in half from what it is in Smite 1 to really help enable this.
Nice.
All right.
So,
Beloved is up next.
The swords
Our poster
mean
girl.
physical, and the little swirl means magical.
Got some really cool new things. A nice thing to call out while we're running back to the mid lane is that just like the
Game
base
crash?
stats for characters are different now.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. Everyone gets base
Yes,
strength.
Riley. You better love it.
Strength is what kind of dictates your base basic attack damage even if you don't buy anything. So you do get base strength for that, and that means that strength-based abilities generally have lower base damage because they're already getting a significant amount of bonus damage scaling. They effectively never have 0 in their scaling component because every god has base strength.
Sure.
And right now in the current build, everyone has the same base strength. So that gives, like I said, a lot of those gods that we were talking about being meme ADCs, or like we've had, I know Pawn for sure has stomped a playtest or two as physical jungle Bacchus, similar as you can with Ymir, because belly flop, or you can queue up the chug, belly flop on someone, guarantee the hit with the chug. Chug scales up protections, but you still get bonus damage off it, and it's just a hard physical. You can just imagine it's a full hunter physical basic attack.
Yep.
Hitting you, right? So the base stats change in Smite 2 is really unique. And tomorrow when we have our Dev Insight show,
spoiler,
I'm even willing to bring up the spreadsheets on air. If that's what the people want.
Right? He's bringing the receipts.
But we have some really cool stuff to show off in that regard about how base stats have changed, how we clamped them to be more similar to each other.
Yeah.
You know, that things that play into that creativity, flexibility, skill ceiling, skilling, and competitive goals we have.
And another thing to note as well is that, like, obviously we're in the alpha state, as we've said it several times. There's a lot of things that are changing. There's a lot of things that are changing rapidly. Whether it's, you know, Zeus ADC, we're just calling that out. I was like, maybe Zeus ADC is stronger than Zeus Magical, and maybe there's basically what I'm trying to say is there's imbalances that we are going to be ironing out over time, that we're going to be tweaking over time. There's going to be a lot of things, whether it's the items, the gods, the map, right, gold, XP. There's a lot of things that we're going to be constantly tweaking. So if you see something that feels,
sorry, are you saying that we might not have balanced the game from the very start? Like, it might not be.
All right, Aggro, I'm going to cut you off. We're ready to go back.
I'm getting
Let's
a
go.
message from
Anonymous
production.
bot.
Shut up.
Steve,
Oh, okay.
Smite 2 Ultimate Founders
Speaking
Edition.
of alpha, the passive meters stacking on top of each other there, that was what the reason was. So obviously not an issue that you've run into, but
funny.
That was what was happening there.
So Bologna, let's see the kit.
oh yeah, Velona's one of
So
those
these
takeaway ones, like,
abilities,
everything
bro,
just
look fucking crazy for how simple they are. Like that, I saw this and I was like, this looks like a fucking anime
main
fight.
Feature for Bologna is her pass.
Compared to Smite 1, they made everything wild.
Stacks by attacking, but now she gets a specific unique stat for each weapon stance.
Yeah, this is sick.
So
This
you get
change is
the,
big.
Movement speed, or if you want to bring up the full tooltip.
If you're in your 1, you get a different stacking passive. You're in the 2, you get a different stacking passive.
For or sword and shield will give you protections or both protections. Hammer gives you percent strength.
Yes.
So you can run her for attack speed, for damage, whatever.
And Scourge gives attack speed, and all basic attack stances still give the movement speeds for stack.
Correct.
The really cool tech here is that it transfers as you change stats. So you can build up your stacks, and then when you change stances, you will be now max stacks.
I think you might be able to play Bologna as a jungler.
You always get the movement speed,
Like,
but then you can switch
like back before
it makes
when she first
being
came
in your
out.
stance and fighting even more impactful and more.
Her weapons look dope, by the way. I don't know if you guys look at that fucking hammer. That feels so much different. Like the swing feels so much more complete.
Building up a block stacks, but you also have those additional buffs on top of it.
Yeah, I think the heal on the 3 changed a little bit as well, right? It doesn't require 3 hits. Now you just get a little bit on every hit.
Yep.
That's true.
Small adjustments like that.
Yeah, a lot of balance adjustments. The reflect damage on her block stacks on her shield bash now are protection scaling damage.
Right.
Yeah.
So the tankier you build Bologna, the more damage you'll reflect.
I didn't realize you
The more
reflected
flimsy you'll be.
damage. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
she has that kind of identity as the anti-in-hander, where she's really, really good at stopping you doing that. And if she wants to build into that, she is very good at doing that.
Yeah, I just think, you know, her character, her character fantasy is that she's this master of all these weapons, right? And now you feel like you already have the different in-hand chain for each weapon, but now getting different stats based on which weapon. you
Riley,
have
I think they
equipped
don't
makes
do
you
that for
really feel
FPS
like you
reasons.
are mastering your inventory as you're
it's
playing
very
in a way
thematic.
that we didn't have before.
Nice.
All right, who's
Cool.
next?
We saw a lot of Kernanos earlier, but can go a little bit more in depth and talk a little bit more about what's going on with Kernanos here.
I want to commend you all first on not using
Animations
any
are too
fast
much?
so far. That's
I don't
very
think so. I
impressive
think
too.
they can be distracting, but I think that's more of a
Yeah,
number
I haven't
thing.
even-
We put
I
this
don't
on the
think
patch
that's a
notes, but
visual
we're
on the
gonna mix it
abilities. I
into
think
the
those are where the
God
numbers
Center,
are.
but there are
Right.
no classes, no class labels.
I don't
in
see class.
Smite 2. we didn't want again, as we said, we didn't want to specifically box characters into specific roles. the class system has benefits. You know, we liked it, but as a place to start something new, as a place to try something new, we wanted to do this where they don't have specific roles, specific classes anymore. Instead,
I'm sure if you're on low settings, your abilities probably look like nothing.
Tags of what are the kind of features that God excels at, and you'll pay attention to their basic attacks, you know, being ranged or melee or magical or physical, and then you'll pay attention to their general offensive and defensive potential. And base stats, kind of, that's all like high level summarized. So we're specifically avoiding using that term here now, trying it out, getting used to it. It's a little tricky at first, but we think the creativity is going to pay off. So
no classes in Smite 2.
No classes in Smite 2.
Don't need them.
So, okay, let's see the Kerninos kit, and then Clumsy can tell us about the cool features.
Yeah, Kerninos' passive is where the most of the changes happen here, so we can pull that up as well.
It's the passive.
Or the passive on the wall. Sorry, I get that one. You want to take it away, Adrian?
You want me to go this one? Okay, yeah. So like, the main thing is just like, there's a big rework for scaling.
Oh, it's so pretty
across the whole kit. Kerninos is a true hybrid ranged attacker. He can get, so his ability 2 and his ability 4 deal magical damage and have int scaling. His ability 1 has a bit of mixed scaling, but generally, you know, people benefit a lot of just building physical for the summer damage for a true carry kit.
Yep.
And then also the 3 is a physical damage with strength scaling. So it's split kit.
Yeah, and the two
that's a weird thing to split.
So the initial hit scales off strength and intelligence, but the area scales off intelligence. If you want to go more mage-like, where you can have better clear, you want to be going more
so he can go
and using Bramble Blast.
and play like a mage.
Hit is still a very strong strength scaling ability.
Or you just go full in hand and go
The
strength.
first one is the effect of how we can use scaling to scale utility effects, like on Shifter of Seasons.
Because his ult doesn't even, it scales only on
damage in Smite 1. But in this ability alone, you see a protection debuff gets it more potent off of intelligence.
Wait, the
scaling,
slow scales?
slow amount. So you actually slow gods more slowly.
Wait, what the fuck? How much in can you get?
Yeah, they get slowed the same speed, but then they're slower.
And you know, and we did away with a lot of heal scaling in Smite 1, but now we're using it as kind of like a way to encourage building intelligence on gods that may not build it.
Yeah, that's actually really that's a really good point, because previously one reason that we didn't was if a character scales off physical power and you give them physical power scaling, well, now they're becoming tankier while also building the damage.
That's just free healing.
Yeah, it's just free healing, right? Whereas now we can go, hey, you're mostly physical scaling character, or we can give you this heal scaling in context of a more ability focused kit. The fact that we can freely use these different scaling factors means that we have a lot more flexibility to actually let you, if you want to go
Smite Source will no longer be a Smite 1 website once the game of Smite 2 fully comes out.
It's also a lot of fun when like you have
like August
items or your supports or utility effects where like they give you a stat that you might not primarily benefit from. So for example, in this case, maybe your support's getting a spoiler for like Triton's Conscience, providing you intelligence, and it's making your heal stronger, even though you didn't necessarily opt into that playstyle yourself.
We've never really had the concept in Smite 1 of like, oh, this god can just like build differently, and then a part of their kit gets suddenly way better. And that is a common theme in a lot of other MOBA style games and other multiplayer games. And like now it's like, if you really want to build like a high int support Kerninos, like you can do that, because you're going to be healing yourself for a lot more. You're going to be dealing, because this is a flat heal plus
I feel like that's a stretch, bro.
I don't want anymore. You're gonna
I
be
think there's things that they're hoping for that just never are gonna happen.
Like he was in Smite 1. That was just something that wasn't possible in Smite 1. So that's something that's really cool here. And one final note on Kerninos is too, that like Kerninos also was a bit of like he just does everything too well.
All gods don't scale like this, by the way. Just so you guys know, like don't get too far ahead of yourselves.
His kit kind of forces him to choose. Like if he's all in ADC, which he is one of the best ADCs because of all of his procs and in-hand synergies,
and just be able to shred.
Now it's going to weaken his abilities a little bit because those are int abilities. But it's not as big of a nerf maybe as I'm playing it up to be, because we also intend to really support hybrid strength int builds in Smite 2, and you'll see some really cool items, and Kerninos is one of the primary.
Hyra is drunk talking about he's one of the best.
Hybrid strength int builds. Let's talk about Chop.
Good segue.
Just like nice. There we go. Nice.
Moving along, designers.
I'm using these run back to lanes as time to talk about more high level god goals that we didn't get at the beginning.
Yes, exactly. Well, the hybrid chalk, I think some of our friends and family playtesters are like terrified.
One of the most flexible buildable characters in Smite 2, because you can build him like full tank, you can build him like super high int, the character plays differently. The kit actually feels different depending on what you get. He was a good jungler in Smite 1 too, right? Just off this kit and strength scaling.
Crit off those like really huge attack chains.
So he has a really
they haven't committed to that yet,
Chuck's
Jordan.
main change is something that we wanted to.
What I've been told about API is it's not a priority and it doesn't exist yet.
Throwing that axe, well, you can press that ability again to actually recall it early. So it's no longer going to have any issues with your torrent. If you want to use a 1-2 combo, you can still do that. But now if you don't want to actually teleport, you're using your 2 while your axe is deployed, well, you just call that axe first, and then you can do your 2 in place.
Feels a lot better.
So you can throw it out here, you're fighting this dude, you cancel it, you can now freely spin. I've used this feature every time I play him.
It's also just like makes like, juking the opponent so much better, right? It's like, oh, if you want to throw it over here, well, it's the mind games. It's like, I may go there, I may not. Now I actually have that choice.
Skill ceiling component, quality of life component.
Quality of life, yep. There's a little bit of change on his passive as well, where now he gets just a tiny bit of heal as well when he procs that cooldown reduction.
And Rain Dance and hybrid scaling.
So going back on that, he has a lot more in scaling on his utility. So kind of like we saw in Cernos, you have some in scaling here for his heals.
And the torrent protection.
The torrent protections one. That one's really interesting too. So there's going to be not just damage and these healing effects that we've seen maybe in Smite 1 scale, but now there's utility effects that are going to be changing based on your scaling as well. So we really want to play around with that. We really want to play around with we're trying strength and intelligence. Maybe we'll play off of different types of scalings in the future too.
All right, let's talk about Fenrir up next. And Pon, I'll throw to you. Oh, did you?
I got to no. While we're running, I'm just gonna say stuff.
Have you played Fenrir yet?
We saw there at the
I did.
You saw in the tool
played him a couple times.
Displace.
Yes.
A lot of times people in Smite 1 get confused about the term knockback, which was like
I don't know that things are working correctly, to be honest.
Knock up, knock away,
so I didn't get like a real test that I would like
displace
put any value on.
to describe all of those. And then in the long
I like how his autos look where he actually uses both hands.
Yeah, his autos feel good and like his visuals are dope.
So yeah, this kit.
Guys,
No next God Fenrir memes though.
I know,
right?
The
first patch.
He's here.
Travis,
such a
Travis,
loss.
what a mistake.
I think Fenrir is my favorite looking update for Smite 2 gods. This buff alone, like on the 2, just insane.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
It looks way
the main
more
change that you're gonna see
deadly.
on Fenrir is we wanted to really encourage that builder spender playstyle of his passive, which unfortunately all the meters are stacking, so you can't quite see his passive meter super clearly. But every ability now, if you're not at 5 runes, is a builder. So your 1, if you successfully hit a god, will give you runes. Your 2 already gives you runes. Your 3, every brutalized tick will give you a rune, and your ultimate will just immediately.
That
max
shit
you
is
out.
crazy.
So if you're not at full runes, each ability can get you there a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Other than that, the
So like you
spinning
get
style is
3 in to
very
get your
similar,
last
basically
runes
the
and then
same.
have a stun.
But we just want to accelerate that loop a lot more effectively. Additionally, some subtle changes like there's full damage on Brutalize for the AoE, which also really helps with wave clear, especially we noticed as we were having like the smaller Harpy camp. That was a nice touch. And then probably the most meme, potentially really breaking thing. We'll see. You guys are going to have fun with it.
Break the game.
Brutalize can now crit and trigger the in-hand item effects as well as ability effects. So
Hins brutalize.
Crit brutalize.
Sammy, that's fine.
Braggy's heart brutalize. There's a lot of.
Haven't seen that out of me yet.
You haven't seen that out of it. But you'll get there. You'll get there. This is really, really cool. It was something that was on his initial kit when he was first released.
I honestly
and we
don't
feel like we have
think
the balance tuning knobs now
the
that we can
crit
bring this
is
back,
that
so it can just be a
OP
fun
from
different play
what
style where we can really
I
burst people down
like.
with brutalize, but you're gonna be squishy.
It's just the way it
going forward
works.
versus a more tanky bruisery style playstyle for Fenrir. So just a ton of fun stuff here that you can have in brutalize.
His 3 has always been an
Look at all
AoE.
the long description. Look at all that information.
How do you think you clear cams, bro?
Ability art as well.
The hit time and the duration of the channel.
Yeah, it's just a ton of really cool information here.
All right, who's next?
Cuckoo.
Yeah,
The danger noodle.
Yes, always one of the mid lane favorites. Kukulkan, very straightforward kit, wants to just hit his line skill shots and deny
The
scenarios
visuals on
where
this are
that
like
playstyle
something
is
you have to
still
pay
there.
attention to while you're playing
The
against
only
him.
big differences for him in Smite 2, now his passive only counts item mana, so you have to be a little bit more intentional in order to get the most out of this very, very strong but easy to use passive. And something really, really cool is now, well, first of all, the effects, of course.
The ultimate looks crazy, but notice it comes out like at the top. Like you can see it up in the air.
Make him feel like he had a more unique identity. Smite 1, it was actually kind of like intended to be like realistic wind.
Strength
which is
intel
kind of, like,
over
gray or
power
almost
is gonna
even
be
invisible in a
confusing
lot
for
of
people at
places.
first,
Yeah,
but
a lot of, like,
I think it just
strobing
allows them to be
effects that are
more
a little hard on
unique
the
with
eyes, so there was
abilities
a
and like
big
do
kind of
more with
color
abilities and be
change
less
there.
one-dimensional.
Speaking of little change there, you see the AO2 normally blue, but when he steps inside his whirlwind, it turns
Yeah.
red, and that's because if you use your 2,
He gets
while
a
inside
fucking
your own
dash.
tornado, instead of getting your movement speed buff that
It's
you know,
OP
cleanses
as
slows,
fuck.
all that kind of stuff. Now we're missing us with all this survivability crap. It's just
Your goal gets already the best mid in Smite 1, bro. Relax.
It doesn't
Or second
have the movement
best.
speed afterwards, so it's a much more aggressive option. But it allows you to really try and do that.
It's
burst
crazy
combo
because it does
for
damage.
Cuckoo really, really well. It really catches people off guard, and just having something
You can combo your ult, bro.
that is, you know, a little
You
bit
have
more
a
narrow, I
weird,
think is a
crazy
really
combo in
cool
this
way
god that you
for
never had before.
experienced Kukulkan players to flex their knowledge and their ability to get the most out of a kit.
Hit them with a
So I'm
slow,
excited for
land the
us to
3 while they're
do
still
more of those
slowed,
like this
ult
that
and
are
2 at the
more
same
niche, more
time.
traditional, but
Full
powerful
kit
when
burst,
used
and you
right.
hit everything if you do it
This
the
one
game
just
it right.
sounds so fun, and it's just like, it's one of those stories where it's like, hey, you know, we wanted to do more interesting things for these gods, and then we was like, oh, you know, Kukulkan, we can do stuff for the passive, and then like AJ and Pawn one day was like, let's just do this, and I was just like listening to their conversation while working things aside. I'm like, we're doing what? And then, like a week later, it's in the game, and I'm like, oh, sick, this is awesome.
Faster than that with all of our cool
Yeah, it was like the
new,
next
If you're in your tornado, your 2 becomes a dash.
Based
And
on
it does
testing,
damage.
Based on like the new things that we can
It
do,
does
it's
not
like,
spread
yeah,
tornadoes. I don't know who said that. It does not spread tornadoes.
All right, Loki is up next. To much joy or
God
dismay,
everybody loves to hate.
depending on who you are. Yeah.
So, like, people might notice that he is maybe the only god that's. We have Fenrir too. So like, there's a little. Those are the 2 probably default junglers. But I do want to just call it out to encourage people to try jungling on some of those other.
I
gods.
think a lot of other
You know,
gods will be
Dimir
using
can
the
do it,
jungle
Dimir
rather
can
than
do
use
it,
just
Dimir
these
can do
2.
it. So like, it doesn't have to be Loki mirrors every game, but I know a lot of people are. I mean, Loki is just super popular and super fun, so we're probably going to see a lot of it. So, are you going to demo the kit on the jungle here for us, Pon Pon?
Well, I want to try to
setting
get
up the,
him to fire, but I don't know if I can do that in this environment. So you might not be able to see.
Bots shoot should work.
Not in the environment we're specifically in.
Okay, that's fair. So there's one new feature of Loki that we might not be able to demo today, but let's just demo the kit.
This is a lot of new stuff, by the way. Like, there's stuff I haven't seen here.
Beautiful. So, a lot of familiar pieces here, but the some couple cool new ones is first of all, Vanish will completely reset its cooldown after a successful kill.
Yeah.
Loki's about to be fucked.
Not kill or assist.
Right, just kill.
So like you can actually stealth in, stealth out now.
Yep. So now,
Bro, he's about to fucking one tap you and then disappear.
Kill, I immediately get out.
And either leave or fucking clap your teammate.
Talk about those death effects, which are super sick.
Right, we do have new death effects that we felt like would be more responsive, more.
They've got the Thanos fucking fade out effect, bro. The disappear into dust.
I mean, Accolades this is the first version of Accolades. We're already working on future versions on the functionality, but yeah, already looking cool. Thank you for killing many gods as Loki. The other one that we were talking about was a blind. We've changed the way that blind works. It now kind of puts more of a shadow dome over a blinded character visually, kind of like Xbalanque does.
Yeah. Yes.
This Loki blind was very noisy, visually noisy, kind of like, uncomfortable to a lot of people. So like we were trying to think of something that had a more specific gameplay effect and a more consistent and less grating visual style. You'll also see some thematics like the ability to is a little bit more shadowy themed now instead of the neon green. And I will also call it, like, for people who are going to look into these gods really closely in the alpha, which is obvious that we do have a known issues list for a couple gods in the bottom. Some of the way the Loki alt changed.
The thing is, this code allows them to be creative, where they were super limited before. None of these devs were devs like on the beginning game.
From scratch. So
they've been head devs of their poopy code for years.
Some are more complex.
So this is like them creating what they
issues for Loki, as well as like
they dreamed of, they hoped to be able to do.
Things like that. So check out that section when you get there, and I just feel like he's a good god to mention that on while we're here.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at Neath now.
Oh yeah, they can do their changes fast because some of this shit I haven't seen.
A int mid character.
They've already made changes that I've never seen before.
So. I mean, I can see her being played both. Like, oh,
Oh,
right off.
fuck.
Yeah, what?
I didn't realize you could do that shit. What the fuck?
Flip over
Player created ones, or
As long as you have a valid landing.
I had to show it off that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's through the big window. Love it, Pawn.
And, so Neith, yeah, like we said, she's one of those gods that definitely took the hybrid role and was a little bit more serious about
Neith
it.
is
The threes, one of
really
those,
cool in
ones that will
Smite
also
2.
be doing magical damage in the 2 as well. Spirit Arrow is going to be hybrid. Ulti is going to be a hybrid. Other things there. So we wanted to take Neith, and we know she's going to be a pretty popular god.
You see a lot of intel.
A playstyle that's basic and
She's
easy to
gonna be
understand,
more
and so we
like
wanna take the skill floor and
she's
skill
played
floor,
mid
and really
lane
want to
right
make sure
now,
that we
basically
don't-
like a
we
hunter
create a little bit
mage.
more
I
depth
think she's
to
gonna be
it,
more
but we
magey.
don't necessarily alienate the players who love her. And so one of the big changes that we did is around her passive and around her weave. So her 2 now, Unravel, is going to be the weave generator. Whenever she uses this, she'll always
fucking
create 1 weave in the
cracked.
center of the deployable and 1 weave per god that she hits as well.
That is fucking cracked.
Her 3, her 1 or 2, that combo's still there. That'll be there to explode the weaves, and you can explode all of them. And her 3 now is not the weave generator; it's also a weave spender, and it can blow up those weaves in the exact same way. So the weave explosion is now kind of the passive itself.
Boom,
and
bitch.
We want to make
She's
sure that
gonna be
she has
played like
gameplay
a
that's more based around
crazy
weaves.
fucking
I mean, she's
mage.
like, the Weaver of Fate. We need.
She's gonna
her
be
to
more
play around
fun,
that
I feel
gameplay
like,
more.
than
So
she
she
has
also be
ever been in
stacking
Smite 1.
buff based on weave explosions. You can see that on the buff bar as well, stacking up to 3 times.
And so
Intelligence and
generally,
attack speed.
abilities will only deal like 1 type of damage. Not all the time. Some places they're split, like we showed Kerninos. So like, Neith has some abilities that deal magical or physical damage, but then she can benefit off of both intelligence and strength in certain scalings and in certain amounts.
Yes.
So you can still build traditional carry Neith and get some strength scaling on most or all of her abilities.
Most of her.
But then if you build high int Neith, you can really just be focusing on dropping weaves and blowing them up.
You think the
and
rest of
more a
upcoming gods will be
ranged nuclear
underwhelming?
and not really using their basic attacks. nearly as
Oh
much.
shit! Just wait till
And
you
it's
see
still very
Akate,
viable,
bro.
and it powers up the abilities a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that
You're
spamming
so
bots
wrong.
are really-
Yeah, the bots have a very long
had a
name.
rough effect on that tab screen.
Yeah, I remember the first time I played Neith. I tried to 3-1, do the old combo.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know about this, man.
Yep,
Like,
there was a lot of concern
it's-
about that. For
Yeah,
sure.
this is fun.
It's so core, and then 2 games in, I was like, oh man, the 2-1 combo it's so much. You don't have to use your escape.
A real combo,
And that's a
dude.
big one.
Up,
We were
like,
thinking about that. We're like,
There are no
why is
classes
her
in Smite
escape a
2.
thing that creates like the opportunities in lane and in field. That's kind of just a trap for casual players as well. For experienced players, like you wouldn't need to utilize.
Yeah,
like,
those are
your
things we
movement.
often ended up reworking in Smite 1 because of community feedback over time.
Yeah.
Right,
And
and
now
if you're
you're-
running away, you 2 your feet, then
And
turn
then you
backflip, and it roots
feels
the enemies behind you. It feels
This character's
I guess I'm prepping a subathon for tomorrow.
I mean,
Fuck
we
me
played
up, call
around
me
with a lot
Jimmy
of stuff.
boys. I'm gonna have to get a
The
lot of
ulti
caffeine.
used to drop a weave as well, and then we realized that's broken as hell.
Mindy sent me a DM and said no
And that would
pooch.
immediately kill a person.
Yeah.
Shout out
I-
to
The
the
sad
alpha
meme.
playtesters
There we
and,
go.
and shout outs to
It was good.
FEMA making change.
Yep, and another
Classes
thing that changed there
aren't
as well
gonna
is the
apply
ulti
the
used
way
to, like,
that
used
you
to be
think, though.
stealthed inside stealth bushes during that time, and now you're revealed because you're in an active channeling state. So you can't just hide inside a bush, ulti 1 to blow up a weave and like destroy that one person. But there's still a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, and that's an important rule for all characters, like channeling. You don't just want to be hit with a giant invisible area. Someone
Yeah.
channeling, like that just looks weird and wrong. Oh well.
All right,
Okay,
we're
who's
on to
next?
Odin next.
Okay.
Odin time.
Odin.
I mean, we're gonna have a lot of gods to talk about in any Smite 2 show because
Yes.
we're gonna have new gods, but also the ported gods and the reworked gods.
Yep.
There's
so
no
Odin is another character where
roles.
we've leveraged a lot of the strength
No
and int scaling
classes.
as well. So his kit's going to be very, very familiar, and we actually had done the adjustment where his pulse was only 2 when we removed the homing.
Yep.
Smite 1 also did that change, so we are mirroring that change as well. But everything that you're familiar with Odin is still here. So you got the 2, you got the bird bomb.
The new
You got the
buffs are
pulsing,
weird because a lot of them,
you got the
not a
stun
lot of them,
throw, you
like
got the
speed
auto attack,
sucks
sim
now.
throw,
Red
you
is
got the
really good in a very
cages,
different
walking
way.
one inside. All that stuff is very, very familiar if you're an Odin player. His passive is also still when targets die, it's just been simplified down to 2 targets rather than stacking up to 4. And you can see here it's giving strength and intelligence, which is useful for him because while lunge is a purely physical ability, his shield is a lot more interesting in terms of strength and intelligence. So it actually scales off of strength as well as intelligence, and it scales
Smite
even
2
more
won't
off intelligence.
flop.
So if you want the biggest,
It'll
shield
just kill
possible,
Smite 1.
You want to be going intelligence, and that will scale
We'll all
into the
move
damage
on
of your 1
to the better game.
Additionally, his Gungnir's Might, the pulses are intelligent scaling. but
There's-
the actual
they have
throw
so much more
projectile is
creative
physical,
freedom in
and
this
that matches
game,
on the
dude.
ultimate with the projectile that
Their
follows
biggest
targets
thing
with
is going to be
the
having new gods on a good
also
timeline.
physical. So lots of opportunities here for you to play
And
more kind of
fixing
that
things
runic,
people
more
hate,
mage
removing
style
things
Odin,
and changing things that people
really
fucking
focusing
do
on
not
these
like.
giant shields and consistent damage output from these pulses, or you can play the more standard strength Odin and have a very similar experience to what you play with in Smite 1.
And that attack speed stem is even stronger in Smite 2.
Yes.
And in a little bit more stat scarce.
Odin feels good.
My first game tomorrow is going to be Mage Odin mid.
Even more.
Wait, well, you don't do any damage. Just have a fat shield.
No, the one scales off of magic.
No, they said it was the one was all strength.
Yeah, he
wasn't
is the example
No,
character.
unless
where I
Pawn
think
just
once we get
lied,
into the
he said
itemization,
if you build
his
magical
kit,
to make your
the
2 do
thing that
more,
really brings
it'll
to the
also
team
make
is
your
that
1 do more.
flexibility,
How does
ability to
that work?
initiate, that
Does
ability
it
Unless
to
he's on
change?
crack.
where you can
Does
really
it fully
protect
swap
and
into just the
enable your
bird bomb
team.
and it's all
A
in?
lot of the items that he can build
Or
just
maybe
work
he's just
so
saying it does
well with
more
his kit.
damage with
So
the bird bomb.
Yeah,
as the two
I think it's just the
Here,
explosion of the
his
two
kit
blowing
feels
up
very
does
similar.
more, is
So
what I'm
it's really
guessing.
exciting to see what Odin's going to be able to do with the tools that he has.
I mean,
maybe I'm not
maybe,
correct. We'll see.
but yeah, I don't know.
You know what time it is?
Oh yeah,
Ymir
is
here.
Let's go right into it.
You have one more thing to say for Odin?
Yeah, it wasn't
Bro, I
necessarily
did
for
some
Odin. I was just saying
crazy
nothing
shit
to
with
be
Ymir
careful, or to have
and
a look
friends
out
and
for when we're
family.
looking at these gods as well. It wasn't just the like
This
items and scaling. Some of their
Ymir
cooldowns change
is one of the
quite
best
intentionally,
changes.
too. We
Like
want to do
that
a patch to make
alone,
sure
that one
things
change
feel
right there
exactly the same as in
is
Smite 1.
fucking awesome.
So you might see some gods that have like a very specifically reduced cooldown or increased cooldown.
Yep.
So here you
It's
see
such
the
a
famous
cool
Ymir,
change. It's a weird thing to get used to.
Yeah.
Clumsy, you had that line.
But it
in
is
there,
dope.
right?
Like you can like push people to you. Like I don't know, like being able to do it, like being able to move forward, to get closer, push people towards you. It's nuts.
Doing the exact same things, but in a
Oh,
way
the
that-
two now.
These animations are fucking awesome too.
Yeah, he can now move. Look at it while he's 2-ing.
His 2 doesn't stop. Hey, well, let nobody.
Unbelievable. Like being able to adjust this aim again. Yeah, running away.
Scott from Divine
started,
Knockout?
you turn
Nah,
around,
it's not.
lay it down behind you.
His stun is different too.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
And
fucking
Ymir,
weird.
I mean, for our old alpha and beta players.
Oh, that should have been 667. That's fucked.
A lot of them miss that face punch Ymir, the crit Ymir, because it scales off of frostbite, which increases damage to you, all that kind of stuff. It's back.
I'm wondering if full strength crit Ymir is gonna actually
I love playing Ymir
be
in
good,
jungle.
not just funny, like actually good.
Also applies frostbite.
The wall apply on the knockback
Get
applies
displaced
frostbite.
by it.
Yep.
Remember how there's not a lot of ways out of stuns, so Ymir might have some value.
Ymir is like, he's always been a playmaker god. He is now the playmaker god, in my opinion. You can just do so many things with this kit. You can build him so many different ways. You know, our like Rainian, famous Smite 1.
They didn't give him a dash, bro.
He's gonna be able to do a million different things, I'm sure.
That's his one.
It's just, you can play 10 Ymir games in a row, build 10 different ways, do 10 different things for your team. It's awesome.
The legend of face.
The Playmaker God 14. Bro, they're gonna have 24 when we play in like January or
It's back.
And I'm sorry,
August.
Aggro, you did a lot of talking for Ymir, but I feel like I have to throw it to you
yeah.
for Zeus. Aggro's like, bring it in. Let's go.
They made him
Okay,
so much more fluid.
Those who have followed, you know,
Yeah, I'm
my
not sold on
podcast,
Zeus,
my podcast,
by the
all
way.
that stuff, they will know that I have
Plugs
been-
on the
I know, right? We're doing a show tonight to talk about all this. You know how it's gonna be. I have been a notorious Zeus shield hater. In my mind, this is the risk-reward character, where if you make a mistake and I hit my chain lightning among two gods that are bounced, together, I'm gonna be able to do insane things. If I miss, oops, I died. Sorry, team, I'm not that useful. That's the whole draw to this character to me, always has been, and this is one of the things that I'm most excited about for people to get to play with is Zeus's new identity, because I think he really does feel so different in a really refreshing and fun way. So AO1, still chain lightning. The 2, no shield. Instead, it's this stim where lightning comes down, hits everyone around him, applies a charge, and then he gets movement speed and a bunch of attack speed. And we've been talking a
It
lot
is
about
crazy.
AC Zeus,
I'm
strength
just not
Zeus.
sold on it
It's
yet.
because of this ability that it enables. It's really.
And if you notice, his 3 has a mini
in-hand
stunt.
stim
Again, they brought it
that
back.
Allows his kit to feel.
That's
more
what. That
in-hand
is why
and
I'm
tie in with
not
that passive that he's
like.
always had.
I think there's a good
You
chance
might
it's still
notice,
really.
the
This god's
longtime
really
Zeus players
fucking
out
good.
there that Pawn is detonating, and it's not removing these detonate stacks. It's not this OP.
It's also stunning.
Yeah, it's also stunning, by the way. I was
surprise,
getting there. It's back. The stun is back, but it doesn't remove the detonate stacks. You don't have no cooldowns most of the time, but it allows you to stun and then keep in-handing for a lot of damage without feeling like you're dropping these detonate stacks.
Yeah, if your
and then
3's on a
losing
low
your
enough
in-hand damage, all
cooldown,
this kind
bro.
of stuff. I think Zeus does have one of the
He's
bigger
gonna feel more
playstyle
like he
shift
used to, and I think he's gonna
changes
feel
of
good
the
once people
Alpha
get
Weekend
adjusted to
1
it.
gods.
But I'm not. Other than
I'm
the
a
defensive
jungle.
part of the 2, I'm not sold on the 2.
Jungle Zeus feels really
Like
good,
the movement.
and dual lane Zeus, he
Jungle
definitely-
Zeus, baby.
losing the 2 in Smite that he has in Smite 1 does hurt his wave clear a lot, but it enhances his PvP capabilities. It's a minus in PvE, plus in PvP, And I think that really makes you think about this character in a whole new way. Like I said, Zeus jungle I think is fantastic.
His lane clear seems sus. That's why we'll see how laning phases go.
More flexibility than that. I think you could play support Zeus, and you could build CDR and tanky, so you could just be in the middle of the team, constantly applying charges, and with low CDR, stunning people. That is a lot of early pressure.
I don't think your stun is on that low of a cooldown.
There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this.
Yeah,
Solo what have you done giving them this idea? Like,
I do think lane clears would be questionable in mid.
I think there are so many ways to play Zeus, and I can't wait to.
His team fight though is so much better.
There's also a little.
If you get 3 stacks on 2 people and stun them in a team fight, it's gonna go fucking hard.
3 pips that light up for the number of charges. They're not lighting up currently. Potentially.
Yeah, the bots are a little bit weird. It works like a lot of our features against bots right now are a little bit buggy. They work.
Bro, the more I see this, even though I've seen so much of this, I cannot fucking wait to play the game.
You'll be able to see that if you have charges, and you can even see that.
I can't wait.
Vision of the characters, you can see it over walls.
Yeah,
previously you have to see the little orbs. Yep. Now, as long as you can see their nameplate, you can see that UI element that shows you if they have charges.
Yes, it feels really good. Sick. So much more clarity for him. It makes a huge difference for sure.
All right, those are all 14.
That's all for the
Lead
gods.
tomorrow. It's not till 8. Can't be late for that.
I feel like we kind of speed ran that though. 14 gods, like
It's only been 4 hours.
Yeah,
4.
exactly.
Oh my gosh. Well, we still got a lot to go over, and this is probably even bigger than the gods, I might say. We're going to talk about items now. So while Pong gets set up,
There's there are that many items. There's a lot. I already looked at this on stream the other night.
So again, we're really trying to facilitate the creativity with these items in Smite 2. We want to increase the skill cap in this way. This is probably one of the most skill ceiling raising changes in the whole game. We want to provide something just new and different from Smite 1. I generally try to avoid, we don't really go for change for the sake of change, but the change here is part of the advantage of these other goals.
Yes.
And we also want to create items that have more specific and intentional purposes. So that was kind of what I talked about earlier. A lot of items in Smite 1 have gotten kind of adjusted so much over the years that they do a lot of things, just do a lot of everything and do everything well. So we're really shifting that a lot in Smite 2. So avoid items that do a little bit of everything. Specifically reduce the item stat bloat. So that's just like the numbers you'll see will be in a little bit smaller amounts, or you'll see, most items only have 2 stats. Yeah. Very few 4-stat items, which is, very different from Smite 1. But I'll tell you, a lot of this doesn't mean that the whole pacing of the game or the DPS has changed in a negative way, though. A lot of the gods were designed with this in mind.
A lot of numbers.
In general, I'd say if anything, like time to kill is faster in Smite 2, especially in the early game.
Yeah.
In the late game, it's similar, but it's more variant because the way the gods are designed with the more flat base stats and the way the items are designed in this way, you can really hyper index into being hyper tanky and doing less damage, or vice versa, or anywhere in between. So you get a lot more variance. So that's where we get the strong trade-offs in build choice. Like if you really max out your protections, you ain't just capping prots for free anymore, right? You have to really specifically seek out the highest prots items. You have to think about more, is my opponent's doing more physical or magical damage, and which one should I over-index on, and build into those, because those trade-offs matter a lot more in the new game.
There's a 50-hour alpha
that the passive and
from Thursday at 8 p.m. until Saturday at 10 p.m. all Eastern.
So,
what up, Johnny?
We're just getting started.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
There's a lot of room for this system to grow, but it's also significantly changed already.
Show me the items, baby.
Go back in the game. We're going to look at a few more things, and we'll walk you through all these, this big system change here.
Yeah, we wanted to walk people through how to get to this practice mode that I'm going to be playing in. So if you guys want to hop to my screen, even though I'm not on a map, you can definitely hop over
We'll
here.
show the in-game UI.
Very pretty,
right?
But if you click on any character,
get us out of here, production. Get us out. Get our.
No, we're good. We're good.
No, our cameras to.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We have to say literally us.
He said get us.
Practice button.
Yeah.
A lot of the
It'll be
front-end
Smite
UI
source.
is still
It'll
in the
just
temp
change the
state.
Smite too.
Some things look nice than others,
It'll
but a lot
remember.
of this is still in very temp state. Ooh, this map though is completely final and looks amazing.
Yeah.
As you can tell, has everything you need.
Yep.
So this is the first iteration of jungle practice. You can navigate to any god from the front end and hit the enter practice button to go into this map, and then you can safely.
It's actually really good. It's ugly, but it's really good.
A real jungle practice that looks like real environment. It looks awesome. It's already in progress, but this is what we have for
Their
now.
jungle practice is so much better than the shit one.
Something that we didn't see here. If you go into the normal conquest game mode, you will actually be prompted at the beginning of the game to see an auto buy flying.
Oh, this
so
is
this UI I think needs to be updated.
Yes.
I don't
And
like that
one of
items
them
are in the bottom
well,
left.
There's a couple different options. We've worked on those ourselves, but you can also just hit the manual if you don't want to opt into the auto buy.
Having
That'll
active
be
items
fine.
in the bottom left is
There's
weird.
multiple options to choose from is the big change
There's-
from Smite 1.
There's a
A
couple
lot
of different
them,
archetypes.
Heavily curated. You know, I went through and made a face punch Ymir auto buy. And there's, you know, if you want to focus on active items as a guardian or just more like passive stats and just.
I
help
don't
my
think there's
team
gonna be a
without
UI
having to worry about
editor
using a bunch
anytime
of active
soon.
items.
Maybe eventually.
There are a lot of really good options for you. You know, we talked about.
Their goal in these alphas seems like they want the game to be fluid, the gameplay to be great, and then they want to start working on like the next the gods, and then the next thing, the next
thing to
thing.
note, and this is just for the alpha weekend, and you know until we get it fixed. If you buy or sell anything, including potions, that will cancel your auto buy. That is not the
For
ultimate
the rest
intent
of this game.
for the rest of that game, right? So you know, just be on the lookout for that.
If you set auto buy, it's truly hands off.
Yep. If you got a mana potion that you didn't want, just use it. Do not sell it because you will be sad.
Nice.
Right.
All right. Well, let's talk about beads and wards first before we start going into detail about the actual item shop and building.
So these are not really items anymore, right? We've done away with the relic system, and we have a very new item system. But we also have two default buttons that everybody gets, and they are beads
Anonymous
and
bot.
wards. So you can
Steam
everyone
only.
gets pure.
Smite
Wait, beads are only on a 4 minute. Wait,
Everyone gets.
what is the cooldown on beads?
These run off cooldowns, and the active item system, which we'll talk about more as we go.
No, it's not
kind of
180.
Replaced the relic system in a lot of ways. So if you want more,
I'm talking about
effects
Smite
that
2.
work like relics, you can now build tier 3 items.
What, 3.5 minutes is such a weird time. I don't know if I like that.
There's a few things like CC immunity that are just extremely
I
important.
wish it was
Smite.
longer.
Specifically, we
We'll
felt like
see.
CC
Maybe it
was
feels
the
good
single most
to play
important
it.
one,
Yo, what
much
up,
more
Nut?
important
Thank you for the
than
gifted.
something like Aegis or any of the
I've
other
gifted
relics.
from Nut.
So we wanted every god to have CC immunity from level 1 out the gate, ready to go. And we also still
Every
wanted to
god having
encourage,
beads, even supports and shit,
warding
is
and not
wild.
Make it feel like warding was any sort of like negative trade-off. In the
And
early
you
game, so
have
everyone
wards.
has a ward.
If you aren't
have no
warding in
excuses
Smite
now.
2, you need to uninstall the game. Then you need to unplug your fucking computer or console, and you need to fucking launch it out the goddamn window
Ward does have
because
an
you're
ability to be
dog shit.
upgraded to a sentry ward in the shop. There is no way for you to adjust or change or sell your beads.
Everyone has a free fucking ward that you can then
every
upgrade.
Other item you buy in Smite will go into your Smite 2 will go into your 6-item inventory slot, including consumables.
That's right. So we can talk about potions first. You got the classic health and mana potions.
Right. As you can see here, a lot of the items have new art. Not all of them yet, though, so keep that in mind. And also, lots of things. You know, there's a lot of pieces, new pieces and parts to the shop.
Some K-Mix, thank you for the 8.
Potions work similarly as you're used to. You can buy them in stacks. You can fire them off. There's 3K potions for int and strength. The main shout out to show there is everyone can benefit from both of these now.
Yes.
So you can even buy the 3K pot you want the most first. If the game goes long enough, buy the other one too.
Yes. And they don't stack. You can only buy one of each.
And they last forever for the rest of
They're
the
permanent.
Oh, yeah.
Permanent.
Yep.
So, Paul, you
3K
wanna walk us through
pots.
just
You
the
only need to
kind of
buy one of
high-level,
each.
Component item building and what the visuals in the shop do to convey that?
Yeah, so the biggest change that you're going to see in the item store is that we moved to a component-based system. So previously you had the
One
mace tree,
potion
the
and you're good to
mace,
go.
And that would lock you into 4 potential options that you could get by the end of the game as tier 3 options, which was good for kind of simplifying the flow of how those items would go, but it didn't allow for you to really change partway through. If you started your tier 2 mace and realized actually none of these mace upgrades are good, I need a different source of power, you were kind of stuck in that mace tree, or you had to sell and take a cost penalty. The component-based system really makes it so that you can actually go, I know I want strength now.
Shut up, Jordan.
And you can go like, okay, cool. I know that I want to continue going strength, and I can go into my tier 2s like Skegox, which are just more strength. And from Skegox, I can see all the things that could potentially build from it. So now what you do is you buy these component level stats, knowing that I want to be going for this. And because you're building these bits and pieces of these items over time, you can then combine them into the final item that you want, basically tailor-made from the stats you knew that you wanted at the time of purchase. And so similarly, you can see here, yeah, I went to Axe first. Here's some tier 2s that are going to be really, really useful for me. I'm like, oh, cool. Let's go for strength and cooldown rate. So now I have strength and cooldown rate, and now I can immediately see, here's all the things you can continue to build from that. So it just creates this kind of natural flow of, I know what stats I want at the core. I'm going to start building towards them, and I will naturally kind of end at the correct item that I really wanted to go for. Or I can pivot halfway through. So that's
The
really what
build
the
into
component
is
system
sick.
about, is you take these tier 1s, you merge them up, and then you continue to merge them up into the final item. And you can see we have a lot of final items. Lots of stuff for you guys to play with. It's going to be really fun.
Yep. Yeah, I think a big thing, for players who are going to
Building is actually going to be easier once people stop thinking.
You might read a guide or something like that and say, okay, I need Executioner. It has attack speed, but I can't buy bow. Hunter's bow. That's attack speed too, but it's not the right attack speed in Smite.
Right.
Yeah. You need light blade. In Smite 2,
really good point,
there's the Executioner. I know it has attack speed. I'll buy a bow. I know it's contributing.
Yep, it's right here.
Any stats that you're buying that you ultimately you're going to have with the tier 3 are going to have components that build into that. You're not getting cooldown rate out of nowhere. You're not getting penetration out of nowhere. It's coming from these individual components. So like Pon said, you can just kind of I know I need a little bit of this, a little bit of this. What are my options if I want strength and lifesteal? Oh, I build these two. I see what they combine into, and I know every possible combination from there. So
XC's always given percent pen per stack, bro.
I think ultimately it will make the process a lot smoother for players.
A lot more intuitive too.
Yes.
It has just a lot more flexible design.
Yep.
Have to have 4 items per
You
tier.
get
have
alpha
to be
by
like this,
buying
and
the
then
Founders
those
Edition.
also had
If you're buying it on
really
PC,
weird
use my
ways of
link.
Comparing strength to each other.
Give me high res' money.
It was very just perception-based balance. The Smite 1 item store are very driven like that. Obviously, perception matters a lot in balance, but this type of system gives you a true stat efficiency.
I'm sure
value
we'll see
you
it
could
stainless.
follow.
Yes.
So when you know exactly that 10 strength is
Halo,
worth
lay down,
450
buddy.
gold,
What's wrong?
you could build the foundation off of that for all your other items to make sure that things stay in reasonable amounts.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, and we have the spreadsheets.
We have
to show you.
spreadsheets.
Yeah, we'll bring up the spreadsheet.
So we wanted to show off a lot of these tier 1s just to kind of get this across. So Axe is the strength item, Gem is the intelligence item. Those are probably what most people are going to be starting with. An important thing to call out is that we changed the starting gold significantly in Smite 2. So you only start with 800 gold, which lets you build 1 strength or nth item and some potions, or
800 gold?
strength or nth
Shit.
item, or lets you build 2.
I thought it was more than that.
Non-strength or nth items.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of different ways of starting your combo loadout.
So yeah,
Although
you get 1 tier
potions
1
are pretty
item,
good, so most people end
or
up, I
2
think, I
very
would generally
baby
advise
tier 1
getting
items.
1 stat item you want the most, and then a good set of potions.
Yep.
Another tier 1 item I wanted to call out was the Ruinous Poison, which this one doesn't have a stat on it, but this is the anti-heal passive at rank 1.
Did they go
for
over
only
any jungle or lane
500
changes?
Gold.
What value?
Right.
Huge.
It's a world of value. You can get this on your basic attacks to get an anti-heal debuff for 500 gold at any time you want. From very early on if you need to, and it builds into
2 items, no potions. You could get 2 items and potions.
An anti-heal
You
item,
could
and a
also
protection
do
anti-heal item.
2 items,
But
no
this one's
potions,
just
but
unique, so I wanted
you
to call
can.
that one out, and I think
You'll
it's
see.
cool.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Let's
very
move on
easy to just
tier 2s
to be good off the
a fun
rip.
one here, Manchubo.
Yeah, Manchu Bow is one of our premier tier 2 items for the attack speed tree. One thing that we want to shout out about here, so it has a passive of all targets that you're hit by your basic attacks take some flat bonus physical damage. And one thing that we're doing with these components is this tier 2 Manchu Bow is now going to be building into a whole plethora of different tier 3 items, and all of them have some sort of similar effect that's based off of that passive from the tier 2. They might not be the exact same effect.
That's
not building the
dope,
exact same
actually.
thing. There might be one that does take a direct benefit, but in general, if you're building that tier 2 with the passive,
They all are similar in some way. They still kind of do the same thing. That's smart. They did a good job.
So this is kind of the attack speed in-hand proc.
Yeah.
Theme. So generally, you're going to get in-hand procs of different types above that. It is also a cool time to talk about this new concept of uniqueness. As you saw Pon earlier, build 2 axes. And shout outs to PBM for the first alpha, early close tests where he built the 6 Manchubo build and the passive stacks.
And there was
Yeah,
a
but that's
time
dog
based on
shit.
the feedback. We had tier 3s,
Funny looking, but
not unique at a
dog
time,
shit.
and now we've made them unique. So you can't buy all the tier 3s in the world.
Right.
Tier 2s where we're uncapping that for now.
Tier 2s and most
And
tier
tier
2s and
ones.
tier most tier 2s, all
The
tier
fucking
1s
Kins is
are
cracked.
non-unique. All tier
Or whatever
3s are
it's called.
not.
Yeah, Kins
We're
Blade.
going to be experimenting this in the future, and generally we want to encourage non-uniqueness. And there are some issues where, people might find some items that say they are not unique, but the passive still doesn't double trigger, things like that. So we have a lot of room to explore with that, but
What up, Glare?
the foundation is here.
Yep.
Thank you for
I
the
know we were
sub.
talking about it when PBM ran that 6 Manchubo slot build. There's some conversation like, do we want people to do this? And like at the end of the day, we're like, if people are having fun with it, let's just
And we were having that convo
yeah.
in the room with them as they
Yeah.
were doing the build, just like hashing it out.
It was good. I don't think it was broken OP. It was like an early game rush, like
It
power
was
spike
probably
builds,
dog
but then-
shit,
It
to
was
be
the 6
honest.
Kins that was really the problem.
Exactly.
He did upgrade
The
the
non-unique
into
that
tier
was
3s, and
threes.
that was
That was
good.
brilliant.
That was very good.
No 6 Kins in Alpha 1, sorry. But we do have a lot of exciting tier 3 items to discuss.
Yes.
I know, right? Let's. We've got a few tier 3s that we want to walk through. We're not going to go through all the items.
We need to go through these
They're all
quicker.
patch notes for y'all to read, but we did want to highlight some. So Bloodforged Blade is going to be the first tier 3 that we talk about.
Yeah, getting some survivability for these.
This shit could be
strength
really
characters,
fucking
your
good.
Junglers might
For
like
ability
this,
gods,
your,
too.
in-hand based characters might like this. It's
Your
just-
Zeus jungle,
Zeus jungle,
attack, physical damage
definitely-
builds.
Yeah, almost always featured a Bloodforged Blade, and it's just a scaling shield based on your strength.
Strength scaling.
So you don't just get to splash it for free.
Like
you actually have to
Ymir
invest in strength in order to make
jungle
the shield
crit
even
one
better.
shot with this item.
But it's also an active item,
Right.
so no Aegis as we've
Might be
covered.
fucking
the new
cracked.
Aegis.
This is your physical Aegis right now. This is your best option to survive burst the vast majority of the time.
Yeah, no Aegis is
It's gonna be something like
huge,
Bloodforged
boys and
Blade,
girls.
and it's,
Fucking
you'll be
gigantic.
building
I
a
love
lot
it.
if you're building strength
Finally.
characters for sure.
This is also a lifesteal item, and lifesteal has some significant rules changes in Smite 2. Lifesteal is now there's just one stat lifesteal. There's no magical or physical. There's no ability or basic attack. It's all lifesteal. So you buy lifesteal on Anubis, he gets lifesteal on his basic attacks and his abilities. There's no AoE reduction anymore, but there is God versus minion reduction. So you get less healing off of minions. So jungle camps, jungle bosses.
Multiple tier 2 items or rush tier 3s. It'll depend on their passive you need. Like if you need one for clear, you might go into a tier 2 and then build into a different tier
Next
3.
up, one of my favorite items in Smite 1, making its way to Smite 2, Chronos Pendant. Clumsy, you want to talk about Chronos?
Yeah, Chronos Pendant's kind of, we wanted to make sure some items are familiar items. Some
It's
of our
the same
favorites.
shit,
Chronos
just
Pendant is
cooldown
the
and works
premier
differently.
Intelligence-based CDR option. If you want CDR on any sort of character, but your intelligence, and you want to kind of play on that a little bit more, you pick up a Chronos Pendant. It does a very similar effect. It's got your high amount of CDR. It reduces your active ability cooldowns by 1 every 10 seconds. And yeah, there's one thing that's important there based on CDR too, kind of like we talked about lifesteal.
Yeah, I was gonna
CDR
say,
has a change.
Same acronym, different name.
Yeah, not
right?
cooldown reduction.
Cooldown rates.
Yes.
Cooldown rates. I mean, I think we wrote down on the patch notes exactly like
Not
the
a
formula.
percentage.
It's not a percentage, but basically what we're trying to say is it's uncapped with diminishing returns. So if you get to 40 cooldown rate, it's around 35-ish percent or
Yeah, something around there. Yeah.
There's a demo on the patch notes.
Yep,
But,
exactly.
so two important things about this. One is that there are currently no item stat caps in Smite 2.
Yes.
Correct.
For this first alpha build, you can go over the attack speed cap of Smite 1. You can go as you can build.
Dude, we about
all
to be
of the cooldown
swinging,
in the
boys.
entire game. The difference is that cooldown now has a diminishing
So
effect
winging.
as you buy more cooldown, and the number it works off of the protections formula. There's some examples and numbers in the patch notes. 10 CD rate is like 9% cooldown, and then 20 is like 14. It's just slightly less than what it is, and it starts to trail off the more you get. So when you buy 0 to 10 is pretty valuable, but buying 50 to 60 cooldown rate is much less impactful.
And Weekend
My
Hours
one
your day
players
today.
just went through a Sphinx's Bobble meta recently.
Right.
They know how good stacking
Oh, yeah.
CDR, it being an additive stat just makes it really, really hard to introduce a lot of sources for it because then everyone has 40% CDR.
Right. So this is one we liked as this design because, like you said, it doesn't require that 40% cap that people have to tune all around, and like every item has to have a nice rounded number that adds to that. It just
Some
makes
elusive.
it still work.
Yep.
Even if you get it in different amounts, it lets us splash it around the game a little bit more. And it also serves for the temporary purpose of we have no item caps. We do intend to probably make item caps we think we'll need to. For example, lifesteal, there is no item cap, and that would be just insane. And that doesn't have any sort of diminishing efficiency math. So there is just not very many lifesteal items in the game right now. That's intentional. So we wanted to talk about these items to show off these items.
There is
show
a lot
some,
of things that they
some
could
new
add,
items,
like for
active
sure.
items, some familiar items, passive items.
But their
also talk about these
base
high-level rules. So
additions to Smite 2 and base changes to
these
Smite
things can
2
always change too.
are all just like exciting
All right,
changes,
next
and they
item
just
up,
make the
Screeching
game
Gargoyle. This is a new one. for
have just
Smite
like
2.
so
Who wants
much
to
more
take this one?
depth,
Yeah, I
even
can
with
take it,
having
and I
less
can
stuff
also
than
show
Smite
off
1.
Yeah,
which is
there-
crazy.
it's
Sorting
like
options that we
limitless.
have
Like you're
on.
sitting here trying to think of
This
like
one,
the
if
ways
you wanted to
everything's
just
gonna
actually
work,
see
and
all
you
the
can't
actives,
even
you
make
just
it
want
up.
this
Like
active build,
we have no
seven
idea how
active
things are gonna
builds
play
in the
out.
game.
It's pretty cool.
And they have a lot of fun with it. You can hit this active option, and it'll just immediately show you all the active choices. And Screeching Gargoyle
Bobby
is
jump scare.
one of them.
There it is. It's the gargoyle.
Oh yeah,
that's
that
screeching.
silence in front of you.
That screeches. So this gives you a lot of magical protection, gives you some cooldown rate, but it's active as enemy gods in front of you are silenced for 2 seconds.
I think
with a
good
cooldown
use of
9
active
seconds.
items
So
is
if
gonna
you are
make you a
facing
way
someone
better
like,
player.
has a long
Just a
channel, you have,
dramatically
a thing
better
that
player.
You really, really need to interrupt when it happens, like Bacchus. You really can't get stunned by Bacchus Belch. You just turn, you screech a little bit. Screeching Gargoyle. All item VFX, most of them are very, very, very temp. all
of them
sound.
are.
Yeah. They're design level temp. We're the
had a
ones who
lot
did
of
it.
fun with
The
it.
CDR nerf in Smite 2 isn't working the way you think it's working, bro.
I didn't put it on the notes specifically.
It's not
No,
a
we're gonna
nerf,
show
it
them back.
DR. So like once you have
I-
40%, it won't keep
So, yeah,
scaling
a
the
lot
same
of
way.
that-
So you could
This
to
is
probably
not
get up to like
final art.
60% cooldown.
Don't
We
be.
stole
It'll
that
just
from
be
somebody.
all the items. You would need like full 6 items committed to it and
All
shit.
item effects in the game, so VFX and audio are temp, but the
But-
icon art is coming.
Yes,
final. It's in most cases is final or hasn't been touched.
But Screeching Gargoyle is a really cool active item example. This is something that you can pick up, and it can be a really strong counter if your character doesn't have a great matchup, or you can just bring this extra utility as
No,
your
there aren't
support
even
player.
physical and magical
there's a lot of really
classifications.
interesting things that can
Most
happen with
gods
it.
have
It's just a
hybrid
very
of
quick
both.
Silence burst, very effective in what it does.
Yeah, it's a really good example of just the fact that we want to take active items, make sure that they have particularly unique and exciting effects. Like you said, you can pick this up as a support, but if you really need to pick this up as an ADC for some reason because you want to silence someone that's going to be integral to your gameplay, sometimes that matters more than DPS.
Or
And
like
just
the other
splash some
day-
magical protections in your build, which is really effective.
The other day,
There
I
it
was
is,
owning
Sabre, you'll
Zeus.
see.
Clumsy was so scared of me.
You could see if you remember old Blink
I was
art,
owning.
you could see it in the items.
He was playing Odin, and he caged
My
me.
link,
and then
exclamation mark,
Screeching
Nexus.
Gargoyle me, so I
Yeah.
can't just drop my ult and start. And
beat
Or
him
exclamation
down
mark
with
Smite
Dagger
2, I
Frenzy.
think, will also give you the
adding a
link.
whole nother. I'm like, okay, I know what I have to play around for Odin normally, but now I have to add in this extra layer that was really cool.
and there is a counter item for Odin as well. So
Yes, there is a phantom effect.
that playtest you were asking for it
I know. I was like,
you're
where
like,
is it?
Please, team, please.
Yeah, I didn't buy it though. Not my fault.
Oh man.
Not my
Let's
fault.
talk about penetration
All right, Totem of Death.
and references to Smite 1. So there's like just a quick high level thematic. There's a lot of new items with completely new names. A lot of them are based on very specific mythological references or
Yes.
historical references, but fantasied up a little bit to be.
Yeah, percent pen
exciting.
has such
Stuff
low
for art
stats on
history.
it, bro.
Some of them are references to Smite 1. Some of them are
Very
direct,
low stats on it if you're going for a percent
Blood
pen
Forge,
item.
referencing off Blood Forge,
It'll probably be a
from
really
Smite.
late item you
Of
build.
course, everybody loves the totem, but our conquest map doesn't have the totem, so we made a totem item.
When you
And-
buy this item, is there a sound effect of the world of band?
Yeah, we should.
SWC,
You should do
yeah.
So this item is a premier intelligence and penetration item. So there's a lot of specifics to talk about here that we want to get to. So first thing is you might notice that this gains you protections as you hit people with ability damage. So in general, we avoided just extremely high levels of shred on
Gains you
targets.
penetration, yeah.
It gains you percent penetration.
Yep.
So two things to know about is one, flat penetration is not really on any items. There is one item that has a flat pen debuff.
Stone
on its
of
passive
Binding,
effects,
right?
But there is no flat pen just as a stat. Flat pen is essentially just power times 3, or strength intelligence times 3, and it absolutely dominates and disrupts the entire power curve of Smite 1. So flat pen is
No
really
more flat pen.
essentially
No
not in the
more
game right now.
weaken.
And we don't really
Which
plan to
one's
bring it back.
better?
There's
How
one
does it work?
exception, I think, which is the Obsidian Shredder, which lets
Thank
you shred
fucking
people's
baby
penetrations a lot,
Jesus.
but it has per level scaling on it, so it keeps it pretty.
Oh
it's not
my
really like
God.
your favorite early game rush. So you're going to see a lot more percent pen. The other thing we did is that percent pen is extremely valuable.
10
so
years
we're
of that
offsetting
question,
it
bro.
with the Straight up int or
Gone
strength
overnight.
points. You are generally not going to see super high int and super high pen in the same amount.
Yeah.
The same type of thing is going
Yeah,
to
you're gonna have like 1% pen item. It looks like in your build
really want
with how low the stats are.
towards shredding tanks. We want you to sacrifice that high level burst towards killing other squishes.
And that's throwing people off so much. I mean, if
I
you look at
think
stats,
there's going to be
10%
meta
stacks up to
builds.
5
I'm gonna be honest with
times.
you, but it might be
people are
like
oh, this has got to
meta
be
one way
broken.
or
And
the
then they
other,
build
right?
that
Like
and
I
expect
want to
to
play
do
them
as
this
much
way.
damage
Here's the
from
meta
squishes
build.
as
I
they
want to
bought
play
it
them
first
this way.
time.
Here's the meta
You
build.
just
I want to
don't, because
be
like you said, the math doesn't lie.
a
More
supporty
specific
support.
counters,
Here's the
more
build. I want to
specific
be a
trade-offs,
tanky in your
not-
face
if this
support.
item
Here's
had
the build.
100 int on it, it would
I
just
do
be the
think there
best
will
item
be
in the game to
meta
do everything.
builds. I
Exactly.
can't imagine
You
there
have to
not being
build
meta
it
builds
specifically
or
for
just
those
things that
purposes.
are a
Other
little better than
thing to
others.
Call out for this is that it does not have the one.
I think one thing to note with these items and the
Yeah,
way
this item's
Intel
not
strength
characters.
works,
Yep. So
if you go into the game and try to make up your own builds, you're
used to do
you know,
okay with it,
off
but
the rip a little different. But like, you know,
This one is
6 months from
specifically
now,
like-
you'll
there's
probably
also
be a
a more
dog shit build.
traditional
It'll probably be
flat pen
the most
item that
worthless
you can
fucking build in the world if you're trying to make up your own
et
shit
cetera.
Yeah,
in a few
percent
months.
And the percent pen, and that has generally been applied to strength and int builds in a similar way.
Yeah, we touched on it really briefly earlier that we wanted there to be more intentional trade-offs in the item building
Anonymous
system.
bot.
This is a
Steam
good
only.
example of
Thank
Smite
you,
2
Anonymous.
Founders Edition from.
all of the pen. This is 50% magical pen. That is insane. You get 20 int. That is nothing. You
And
know,
for the tanks on their side too, they have similar trade-offs that they're making. It's not that they're going to be both 200.
You got to realize, with percent pen being lower statted and flat pen not being in the game, tanks are also less tanky. They didn't just keep the same numbers, like the same scaling for tanks.
So it will feel.
Tank stats are different. Everything's
everyone in
different.
the friends and family tests, they go, oh, you know, I would have 600 power.
I think
and
Smite's gonna
30%
feel really
CDR
good.
and
They've done a
30%
lot in the
pen
past few
type
weeks.
one. We're like, yeah, you would. Not here though. You know, you have to.
You gotta start somewhere.
Exactly.
All
You
base
have to-
stats
you
and
have to
like
be
item
very
stats have been
intentional with the
scaled
items you're building, and I think
differently.
when you make the puzzle fit together
change together.
properly, it feels really, really rewarding.
Yeah.
Anonymous
All right, next
bot.
up is kind of a
Steam
three-
only.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Smite 2 Founders
Two
Edition
items.
from.
Dreamers Idol
right.
and Avatars Parashu. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
got it.
And you
Nice,
need both
nice.
of them. As
Yeah, I'm gonna buy both.
As we know.
Avatars, isn't that
Oh, yeah,
Exy?
no, they stack.
That's awesome.
And Fenrir.
Oh, no. Oh, it's this item. Yeah, you're gonna be able to, dude. There's some active items for damage
I
are
can.
sick.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
yeah. These are really fun.
just
to make,
gain
but
a
I actually got
fuck
to,
ton of
prototype
intel
the scaling
on this
system. But yeah, so
active.
Dreamer's Idol and Avatars Parashu. These are your premier. This is go time buttons.
Yeah, this is
They
I'm
give you a lot
fucking
of
you
strength,
up.
They give you a lot
Wait
of.
till you see
int,
the auto
and
attack
they have
one.
an active that gives you 20% of that stat on a long cooldown. So you want to do a giant cuckoo ult, get Dreamer's Idol at the end of your build, activate it, cuckoo ult, and hope that hit. Because if it didn't, you
Roman, that
fall
doesn't
off the
exist, you
team.
potato.
might
What are
be
you
wondering
saying?
Why we're so excited about it? Because
You activate.
He's swole goodness.
Oh my
sometimes you just want to do
god.
fun stuff. And
Yeah.
Get big,
Bruh.
you know?
Yep. That's so awesome.
Oh my god.
It's like that
Hey,
song.
stop,
that
please.
It's a
Doug,
relatively
right?
long duration too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like
10
this,
seconds.
10 seconds.
This item has a lot of int and strength, but not as many as some other items. We'll get to another one in a second.
Bro, it's
But
big.
It's really
Messi
about.
Taco, thank you.
Do you want to be really
Message to
active
Gobot.
in your combat?
Steam
Do you want to
only.
specifically
Smite 2
pick
Founders
these
Edition
extreme
from.
moments to go all in? Or if you just want something that's kind of more consistent, you can get higher int elsewhere.
Yeah, I think you know, having it on Anubis, you wrap, you instantly hit your Dreamer's Idol 3 alt and get your all-in combo feeling really, really good. Like it has that active element that feels really engaging.
So cool.
And just to clarify, your hitbox isn't actually changed.
Yes, correct. Yeah, purely visual. And we've kept the scaling reasonable enough.
Imagine
that
your
doesn't bring too many
hitbox and
gameplay
everything
problems,
just
but,
scaled.
Yeah, you can tell that we're just like really like, you just get big, so it's really cool. It's really fun.
We're goofy.
And it's just something that we tried. Again, just like we talked about in Smite 2,
Strong
one shot
clarity,
me out.
or you have this state active.
Yeah.
too,
You got a
right?
material effects.
So like, yeah, you'll have a bit of a gold or purple material, and you'll be big.
You'll be big.
Yo, could you keep
All right,
popping it
next
over and
up
over and
is
over?
The memes. I like
Okay.
this item name.
Yeah, so this is
Email, I think,
specifically
Messi,
the
or
historical name
possibly
for
in
affairs,
your
right?
Nexus
That's what it's
store.
called, is a memes.
Bye.
Yeah,
I like that.
Probably in your Nexus by
This might
Taco.
be educational.
Right?
So this kind of is the premier passive tier 3 support item. So like we said, we didn't want to really do the same traditional starter items from level 1, but this is one you can build into you're gonna get
Starter
efficiently
support
more
item.
health and protections. than you
Good
would
starter
from
support item with
most other
really good
items in the game.
base
If you
stats.
I'm not trolling. That actually pissed
support
me off
play
that they
style.
brought this back.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
you
this
can
is
get,
so good, right?
the
Like, you have
only
to probably go
main
this.
It's
assist
literally going to be
will
Autobot,
give
just
you
like
a
Thieves. It's going to
permanent
ruin the
stacking
game.
buff of magical.
You
int.
think
It
it's
doesn't matter if there's no aura. It doesn't
Good
matter.
place to start if you
you
want
either
to
ruin the game like you have to go it so it's boring, or
Yeah.
we have seen people splash.
It's
it
only gonna be the
late
same
on
thing as
off
Thieves.
tanks and things
Guys,
like that, as long as you.
Yes,
really
there's no
prioritize
aura,
trying to
but
get
it's
stats
still
to
going to be
begin
get
with.
bought.
Yeah, we've seen support
because
players also
it's
just
so
completely forgo it in
effective.
favor
Yeah,
of
if you
other
look at
Having
the
an
other
item-
stats in the game, bro, the stats
There's a
on
lot
it
more
are
trade-offs to be
crazy.
had, so this is a very
On
consistent
other items?
option,
No,
but
like
there
on
might be
this
other
compared
places
to
that
other
want
items, like it
Oh,
has so
yeah.
many
Process
stats.
from a lot of people has been.
They literally
support
said
can
that
be
they
really
want you to have to
active.
pick and choose
And
what you're
that
going to
can
buy.
be really challenging.
This
so we did want
is
to make sure there was
literally
a lot of just
an item that makes you unkillable
strong passive
for
support items that if
2,300
you
gold.
Don't want
It's not going to take you long. It's going to take
build all
what?
these actives, you can still be impactful.
3 minutes to stack?
And while we're
Yeah,
on
it's
this
so
topic,
lame.
one more thing is that we do not.
I
have
am
a bunch of
surprised
the
they did this because
protections
it just
for
seems
items.
OP.
Those have been
I don't know.
removed.
Yes.
We don't.
It seems
like,
not
I
unique,
wish-
like compared to the other items. It seems really
Yeah.
like out
We have
of
more
place.
specific counter aura
I
item
wish that
options
they
are really
had
good.
like instead of
We have
both physical
more,
and
just
magical,
cool,
maybe an item
unique
like
effects
this
that you
for
can
physical,
get
and then like an
for getting
item
hit by
that's
different
magical
things
for
as a
another one or
tank. You've got
something,
the
or
mushroom.
a different way to stack a magical.
Yeah, so you
It's
can
just
tailor
also
it towards what you're
really
playing
Play
against.
with no extra buttons.
Or
There's
doing-
It's
no
just so
extra
dumb
button support.
trying to kill a support who's got
The lack of
like
the lack of aura
even
also
in
goes
current
into
Smite, trying to kill a
discussion too,
support
something
at
that
level like
everyone had
5, level
Sovereign
6,
Heartwood, you had to get the
you
natural
have your
100
first
to
item, and he's
right,
got thieves
go
with
through that. So
45 stacks, 40 stacks,
and
whatever.
those are huge
You
stat
just can't
block, 'cause
kill
it's
him.
effectively
And it's
half
so
the
long.
item
I am
stats per
interested to
team.
see if they keep it
All
like
this is
this.
super
I mean,
easy
that's
to
easy feedback though, right? Tell them like
And on the
if it
dev
ends up being OP,
sections, we
yo,
want
this
to
item needs to be
go down.
changed.
And another support items is just.
I guess I
call out
haven't
real
seen a
quick,
lot of
it's
the other
Talisman
items. Maybe
Purification
there's-
too, 'cause that's
No,
one of the
I
things that
looked through the
item
data mine.
that
Did
we're
it?
talking about
It
beads
has
effect,
really
it's gotta
crazy
be- this
stats
is
compared to a lot of
the
items.
items to
And it's
beat your
cheap.
team.
Yeah.
And if you just want to be selfish, you can use this to
Yes,
use
it's
your
selfish, but like
free beads, but then you can
90%
also
of the
buy an
time,
active
just
and
being
use
a
this as
CC
AoE
bot that's a
beads.
tank
Yeah,
is just OP.
being able
AoE
to
beads on a 3-minute
cleanse your
cooldown.
eye from the Fenrir ult or the Ymir
I
freeze or
think
something
that
like
item
that.
is
Like
going
AJ
to
said, I
separate
think
you
that in
as
recent
a
years,
support
the high
player
level
in
especially
the
using
like
support
beginning of the
kind
game.
become this, using
Just
the
building that,
relics
like,
to
Like
Like,
having the
good players
beads,
for building
yeah,
that.
like having the beads and using it correctly, like for your teammates that actually need
And
it.
that's still
Because
there.
like,
Yeah,
if
or,
people
yeah,
aren't
even
calming,
more
you have to pay
important.
attention to who
you
uses
can
their
have
beads and shit on your team.
really varied
It's gonna
active
definitely
effects that
separate
really
like
help
kind of
your
shitty
team
players
that
from decent
You
players.
have to know, hey, I need to be near this person because that's who the Fenrir is going to target, and all those types of things. I think support is as fun as
Because it's a 3-minute cooldown for that, right? So realistically,
damage items.
you could keep somebody alive
This
through
one's sick.
like Fenrir ults and
One
shit
of our
being
favorite-
spammed on them.
Oh, you're talking about the CC
thematic-
immunity.
Yeah,
item.
the
I thought you were
pure,
talking
yeah,
about the
purification.
main
No,
item.
not that fucking shit item. This
Strength,
purification beads, bro. This shit's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy.
This one will be
Designs around
sick.
that.
This one will be sick.
Yeah, it's gonna.
This
But
is a sick item though.
Some
This should
genre
be in
that.
the game.
yeah, like this is gonna make a good
So,
support
Death
way
Metal
better.
has
You know,
strength
someone's gonna be good at support
and-
versus somebody who's shit just using actives completely wrong.
as well as an active AoE sort of frenzy effect.
What's up, Tom?
So
Thank you for the
this
sub,
one,
brother.
we just love the name and we love the art, so we want to show it off. And also, this one is just a good example of kind of we talked about Kurnanos being able to build into hybrid. This one and
This
Brad,
item
you
is
might as well just show
fucked.
it off while we're here.
I think
Yeah,
no,
just
not that
look
one.
like
Sorry, not that
strength
one. No,
and,
not that one.
it's-
That
yeah,
item's
build
weird.
filters
I don't know how I feel with that one.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like a
'Cause that's just
team
one where
buff,
it's like, oh, you want
like
both
a
stats,
damage
well, here are the ones
dealer
with
would
both
build.
There's one tank item that gives you strength and int, and then there's also these three. There's an
Have you
aura,
seen the
which is strength and
hunter like
aura to
attack
just make
speed
your
proc
team
one?
more lethal, which is really fun. Shout out to that best tank.
Or
I
the
can't
active one? No, it's like you know the strength, the Intel strength one they just showed. It's like the hunter
Yeah.
version of that. It's like in-hand damage and attack speed. It's fucking crazy.
But Death Metal is the
I'm pretty
crit
sure I
one, and
looked
then
at that
Bradley's
one
Heart is like the
when I
traditional
first did
in-hand proc
the,
ones that and you're gonna get attack speed instead
the
of crit, and
testing,
you're
but
gonna
I
get
never actually bought
bonus,
it.
Yeah,
just
it's on a
bonus
60-second
flat crystals
cooldown,
per
I think, or 50. It's
Another
fucking.
thing
It could be.
is obviously,
I think the
like,
actives in this game are gonna be
updating the raid,
nuts.
We always want to look into adding more items.
Because
whether
you
it's
misuse
hybrid
that,
items,
and then the other person
but also
doesn't,
you
and
can
you
just
fight,
build
you're
a strength
fucked.
item and an int item separately.
I do
because that's
like
also
that
a
they
very
have
important way to build a
Every
hybrid
active
character.
on like
Alpha
specific
1.0,
cooldowns, like
the
some 50,
earliest
some
1.000.
180.
You
I
can
hated
build
that
this.
Smite 1 has
This is the
basically
beginning.
every
We wanted to
relic
make
at like
sure that there was
120.
Yeah,
top
how
60 seconds.
they're all unique to like their value almost.
So
Yeah,
we
and
definitely
it's
wanna hear
it's
feedback on
definitely
which
if that is
archetype
so
items
strong,
need to have
it's
more
definitely
deep
gonna need to have to go
options,
higher
which
than
ones
60
have
seconds.
more range, or which ones could be replaced. Like I said, the only one that I've really called out specifically is we do not have a ton of lifesteal items because if there is no cap, that
I'm
would just
excited
be-
for builds, and we'll see what people come
We'll
up
get
with.
around to that as we get there.
Talk
This
to me
is gonna
about
be a
all of
point
these,
in
like,
time
different interconnected
where those of
systems.
you who are always like,
Sometimes you
"Yo,
just
look
wanna
at
go
my
simple.
cool build," and I'm like,
Sometimes you just
"Fuck
wanna
you,
stack.
this
Sometimes
build
you just
sucks
wanna
ass."
stack.
In Smite 1, in Smite 2, it might not suck ass. You might be the one that comes up with like this crazy
can
fucking
go-
sick build
just want a
that
second
is
kill
awesome
instead.
and I want to use.
And oh, look at that. It's the int item.
And that's just one single stat.
That's
That's
all it
okay.
does.
A pile of.
So like this is intentional. First of all, a lot of people ask me like
This isn't a
the
bug.
passive is missing or something like that. But no, we are assigning stat values to the passives as well, and we have a stat value for intelligence. So this item is just balanced to have just intelligence for this price. And we thought this was fun because it just is a strong like measuring stick for how much int you can have in a build and how we want to balance other items against it. And it's also just like, it's very straightforward. If you just want to you just need a spike of int, this is good. In general, I think this item is very good, and people do slot it into most builds.
I would highly recommend getting at least one of these just like big stat stick items in basically every single one of your.
And now you can see the seesaw or the difference, the scales between Eldritch Orb with your 145 int and then like the Totem of Death with like your 20.
Right.
But you've got a pen.
And even Dreamer's Idol only has 80, but that's assuming you're using that active and getting a lot more than 145 some amount of time, right? So it's very interconnected interconnected and very shifted. So I feel like if you try to do the math, you know, it'll be a challenge. We've got a lot of it done for you. But if you play the game and build as you go, follow the auto builds to start, be careful focusing only on actives and passives and avoiding getting a significant level of stats anywhere. It's a common pitfall.
Yes.
With the way things are balanced. That's not really that's
Hello.
a mistake that can be made.
No idea why that
But
happened.
In most cases, you can build a lot of different things in a lot of different ways and still feel really strong.
No clue why that happened. That was so weird. Yeah, it just my mic. Everything else is working. But my mic isn't. I don't know.
We have an active item called Scepter of Dominion that makes a big.
Oh my god!
I'll just buy him.
AOE
Jade Scepter. Yeah, we're talking about our favorites. Jade Scepter's mine.
Yeah, let's go to the actives.
We have a sort of golden bow style item for physical tanks.
There we go.
And a
We're good.
gladiator
Fixed.
shield kind of style item for physical tanks. Those are in there.
Those are great.
We have a winged blade / solo sprint active that only gives you buff, speed buff, and
There's a
slow
hasten on
immunity.
autos that I
We
think
have
is
the
going to
Helm
be
of
fucking
Darkness.
busted as well.
Here's a terrifying thought. You're in mid lane. You're alone in mid lane. And suddenly...
I ran this on Crit Ymir.
So anybody can
And I
stealth.
fucking bodied
God can stealth.
Clumsy on Loki.
So awesome.
Because it's like just like we talked
I
about with
stealth the
relics, you know,
stealther
kind of
and
not being
fucking
utilized as
bodied
much,
him.
Right? The active effects are those
Stealth
replacements.
Ymir
Blink
comes
is
up on
something
your
that you
ass,
don't
bro,
see
and claps your
permanently
cheeks.
built
Fuck
into,
Blink.
But now you've got Blinking Amulet, you've got Helm of Darkness, you've got different opportunities and ways to do a similar kind of thing.
You're gonna
You can
have
build more
secondary
of these, you have
Lokis.
a lot more room for flexibility on their potency and their cooldown. When you had to be restricted to only 2, and people were like, "Oh, but this is a discrete choice then, where I can pick any of these 2," but it never was.
Never
Right.
yet.
You
Bobby, did
actually
you get Loki
had to
ganked by
always get,
Crit
like, a
Ymir
couple
yet?
things. It did the opposite of that.
No,
so I think
bro,
in this,
I was just
and,
saying,
you know, we
whenever I
haven't
tried to play
fully
the game,
had pro level meta
invis item
optimization
was
of the
broken.
gameplay
Like,
yet,
you
but we've
pop it and
already
you'd
seen
stay
just so many.
visible.
That
I just
sucks.
wasted gold on it.
Talk about 10
That's
points.
unfortunate. I got to run it early
It's a very
against
long delay,
Clumsy
but
on
then
Loki.
and
I
this,
fucking popped him.
freezes everybody in place, so it makes them damage immune.
I like that, though.
including allies.
It's a
Allies
crazy
and
item.
enemies all become
But
damage
now that,
immune
like,
and frozen
other
in place.
characters can also invis,
I think the
there's,
only
less
like
of a
exception.
frustration.
Yeah, you're like, oh, he's annoying. I'm gonna do the same
Even
shit.
on
Fuck
Titan,
him.
but definitely Titan. You can't just pause the Titan. He will smack you.
We tried to do that to test what, like, the
And
first
this
time I was
stasis
there.
item is
The
also
Jade
another one that
Scepter is a
supports
big
my favorite.
buyback,
Good
and that's on
support
a
players are
high
gonna make
int
great
item.
use
It's
out of
really
that
good on
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how much value people get out of this on like a consistent basis.
People back into cuckoo.
Or if they
Yeah, it's really good.
Yep.
Yeah, you kill me
Yeah,
with this
my
shit, bro.
favorite
You're gonna
just
have to be able to
because
turn it off.
The mushroom.
Because like, what if your teammates are trolling with it?
That you place down, very, very good.
Well, it is a
When you
what, I
activate
think
your
it was
items,
a
you also see the item name
220
pop up in
second
the
cooldown.
air, and it will show that's all.
Okay,
all
but still,
enemies.
like, what if they just hold it for like the
Starting
fire
is the
giant and then they
cleanse,
just
you
pop it
can
on their
Yeah,
carry?
okay.
And that's
slows and
I
gives you
get
sprint.
that.
I mean, there's a lot of
that
items.
guy,
There's a
report him
ward active
after,
item.
but
There's a lot of cool
I would
passive
rather
items
have it like that,
that
where
people are.
Dagger Frenzy is really
there is
staple for a lot
playmaking
of
potential with
ADCs.
supports. Because I feel like a lot
Lots
of
of- lots of
support
stuff you
is
guys to play with.
making
Go to the
want-
actives.
real quick.
Well, it's
I mean,
about
I
everything on
agree.
the
I
app.
like that it's a playmaking, but I just hope people don't fucking ruin games with it.
Yeah.
Or if they do high res, like hard bans, motherfuckers doing that shit.
We got
Yeah.
Poly and
Start tossing them into
Hydras.
keys with other guys that are abusing the items.
They got the fucking
Yeah,
shitter
isolation,
cues.
everyone's favorite.
Yeah, they control each
Focus.
other.
I'm a big fan of the silken mailcoat.
Silken Milk.
Oh, yeah, Silken Milko, yeah.
That item could make a crazy game-winning play,
Meteor
though.
Hammer is pretty solid.
Oh, for sure.
Meteor Hammer is kind of like new Golden Bow, but for tanks, and Dagda's is kind of like new Glad Shield, but more for tanks.
I like Hand of the Abyss. This
This
one's
is a really
sick.
sick item
This is
too.
sick.
This is a hybrid intelligence strength item, but through the passive.
Yeah.
Gives you
Yep.
basic attack damage and int. So obviously, this is just the beginning.
Yeah,
Want to make
Lot of
really
items
crazy
for the
items.
beginning.
wanna
we
make
have a list
more
of some.
We got a lot.
intense
Stuff.
actives
No,
and
no, I'm not
passives
using
and
auto
crazy
build,
stuff.
bro.
We want to add more items in
May-
general.
you
but
might
this is a
want to,
good
but no, I am
rounded
not.
start to kind
I
of
am not
build the
using auto
system
build.
out, Make sure there's something for everyone.
I haven't used auto build at once in this
and
game.
just start playing Smite too.
That's right, and that's a good segue as we
Yeah,
close our item section. just to
I'm
kinda
so
set
happy for
expectations
like
players
just
before they hop
new,
into
like
Tomorrow.
everything being new and the
Yeah,
potential being
tomorrow.
limitless.
That's crazy. It's real, right?
It's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yo, I
It's gonna be a
I put a channel in Discord for ideas for a subathon, like goals or just basic ideas. If you have anything you've ever seen or something you want done, put it in there. Because I'm gonna plan this very quickly before stream tomorrow.
It's not gonna have everything Smite 1 has plus a ton more.
Right.
It's not gonna be that. It's got a lot of different stuff. It's got a lot of new
It's
stuff.
literally
It's got a
subathon
lot of
ideas
stuff
in the
that we
Discord.
think is most important to the core gameplay. You know, running around on a map, PvPing, and playing a MOBA and winning the game. Right. It's a very specific focus, but we still want to hear your feedback. We want to hear what's most important to you. What's missing the most.
I can't update Smite
best
source
thing
for
you can do to
Smite
help
2.
us is
There's
try to be
that's not a
specific.
thing.
You know, don't just list off 100 things you want. Pick the thing you want the most, right? If you run into
If
an
you
issue,
want
try to
builds
go
and
say,
ideas
you know,
while
General
during the
Basics
alpha, you're just
tell
gonna have to
us,
go into
is it too
streams
good?
and
Is
ask
it too
because
bad?
everyone's just
Is
gonna
it
be streaming.
confusing? Is there something missing
Yeah,
visually?
is it bugged?
Try to be specific as possible. I mean, we get a lot of feedback that's just like, you know, or we have historically in this industry, get a lot of feedback that's very vague. So as much as you can, please be specific. we're gonna have a lot of specific systems to help support this, right, Isaiah?
Yeah, we're gonna have an official survey that's gonna be linked in.
Exclamation mark Discord
plastered all
for
over
the Discord
social
link.
media. Feel free to join us on our official Discord server, discord.gg/Smite.
Yeah, join their Discord if you're trying to get feedback.
We've got so many people in there that love Smite.
We're gonna have a bug report form, I believe.
Yes, we'll have
so there'll be a general survey, gameplay satisfaction form, and a bug report.
Form.
Please fill those out. We want to hear it. We want to see that.
Thursday 8 p.m. until Saturday at 10 p.m.
The bug report form, once you fill it out.
So
it
my
goes to a
plan here is
channel
going to be
that goes directly to
uncapped, maybe uncapped, depending on what we get to sub-wise.
And yeah,
And if I do uncapped, I'll get y'all's feedback, but we might just do it through the weekend and then carry it over to the next
We'll be paying attention.
Speaking of watching
test.
streams, the question I keep on getting is, can I stream this game? Can I make content? Of course. We'd want to watch all of your gameplay. It's super important to us. We're big fans of watching Smite content, and I've been personally just fiending for Smite 2 content.
Yeah.
I know our creators have been fiending to make it. I've been fiending to watch it. We want to see all of it. So definitely once you hop in tomorrow, boot up the streams, get those 24 hours going, those subathons.
Oh, you were using it, Cookies?
All that stuff.
I've already seen a lot of crazy content creation planning by different streamers to do this. So it's exciting.
So exciting.
Cool. And as we kind of set expectations for what's happening tomorrow, we're going to have a full blog post that goes out tomorrow with more information on what you can expect in the alpha.
Damn, it's 5 already. Holy fuck.
What kind of content is available?
A 3-hour patch. No, 2-hour patch.
So be on the lookout for that go.
Bro, how bad is it gonna feel
Insight show.
if Smite 2, like tomorrow and this weekend, is just like phenomenal? Everybody's having a great time. Let's go back to Smite 1 for a fucking month.
Yep, I was talking about that already. Like, it's gonna potentially gonna make everyone not play Smite 1. Like, Smite 1 might just fall off for
long weekend.
Dude, they might have to like speed up like the alpha process. I don't know if they.
Yeah, they start losing money, bro.
Yes, like actually.
Maybe that's what we do. We band together and no one plays Smite 1.
No one touches Smite 1. Yeah, we all play Predecessor.
Okay, I'm not doing that. You're disgusting.
What else?
I'm playing Manor Lords, bro. I'm building my fucking my towns.
Gotta do that.
Man Lords?
Manor Lords.
Oh, I saw
Did you see that? Yeah, I've been playing it.
Any other closing notes from the
I like it. It's funny.
We do have a special treat.
It's got not my kind of play, but I like it. I don't know.
Give any notes.
Thank you.
Have you seen the that zombies copycat game?
No, there's a zombies copycat game.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, let me show you.
Company.
Yeah.
Let me close out on this fucking.
Yeah,
video
I
real
know
quick.
we talked a lot about specific gameplay today, but there was.
All right, so that's the end of these patch notes. I'm not gonna listen to them yap like they always do.
I don't know if it's out yet. Is it out yet?
8 p.m. I'll be streaming at 7 p.m. tomorrow. I'm gonna prep this subathon tomorrow. We'll go live at 7. We'll prep for the shit to go live at 8, and then I'll just stream. we'll just play the game. See what we can figure out. I'll probably be running casuals with everybody, all the boys that win. If you're not a winner, might not be playing with you. I don't know.
10+ years.
Don't know.
Getting us to Smite 2, like we're here.
My final thing is like we've had 10 years of Smite, right? And like,
What if Bobby? What if they were like, we lied? The alpha's live.
I know players are excited, so I just can't wait for tomorrow.
Right now?
Yeah.
The original Smite 1 alpha.
24 hours.
Start
right now.
Just the amount of feedback and the loop.
Bro, that would actually be
really, really fun. To just
okay. That would actually be like a smart thing to do. Just add it an extra day, start it a day earlier. Because now you have like the hype of it built up right now after watching the patch notes.
I said I had a special treat.
Wait.
We kind of went over everything at a high level, but we figured why not show some gameplay? So
You're gonna bait me.
Oh no.
Some of the crew actually played.
They're just gonna show gameplay.
There you go.
Skur.
Yeah, Skur ritual.
Is it out? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys.
It has nothing to do with how.
I'll have to check it out. I opened it on fucking stream.
What was the gen total of legacy gems you ended up with?
What you see in that video is not going to be reflective of an Alpha 1. I even think Hecate might be in that video. Like we said earlier, early kit. That's not going to be the same.
All right, I'm gonna go eat. Prep for fucking night stream.
But we were at a place
Playing a subathon.
You have fun.
Later,
Get ready
dude.
for your 24 hour.
I might be going longer. We'll see.
Competitive in quotation.
All right, see you,
We'll
man.
see. Later, dude.
Game of Smite 2.
All right, stream. I'm done watching this. I've got like 2.5 hours to go relax and eat dinner. I will see you all 7:30, probably closer to 8 tonight. And honestly, we'll probably end up just talking a lot about Smite 2 tonight and playing a little bit of Smite 1. Secret Ritual is fun. Played it, beat one map. I'll check it out for something else to do. All right, I'll see y'all later. Be here, 7:30 Eastern.